history of the sport. And that ball launched deep out to right. It's a cruise missile. Makes the inning-saving catch. Throw from Leroy will get away from KJ, and Hampton will score. And still to line drive, out to left center field, and he gets a knockoff. Dalton pops again. A flight of passage. Two-run tater to right field. Dan Oberst has tied this game up too. Swing and a miss. Danny Hasley bends, but he does not break. Great defense by Bobo. Fastball called strike three. Swing and a miss. Chopper, that will do it. David Ray Meadows, your hero for the Bananas, who come back to win it 3-2 after 3 rounds of showdown. It is round 2 in Yankee Stadium between the Savannah Bananas and their arch rival, the Party Animals. It took 3 rounds of showdowns on Friday night for the Bananas to complete their comeback and make it 7 straight victories. Today, 2 2025 Pitcher of the Year candidates duel as Noah Nisnik and the Nanners are hunting a series sweep, while Brett Helton looks to be the stopper for the Animals in this series finale. Heck of a grand conclusion to another wild weekend of Banana Ball, and we bring it to you live on the Roku Sports channel as well as the Savannah Bananas YouTube channel. The 11-1 Nanners against the 4-8 Animals, as we welcome you inside with the statistical savant of the sport, Mr. Josh Talevsky. I am Biko Scala. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday fun day with us here in virtual Banana Land. The 3rd Banana Ball game to kick off here this afternoon. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, and this is a super exciting game when you consider all of the dramatics that happened on Friday night. Dan Oberst, a game-tying home run in the 9th. 3 thrilling rounds of showdown tiebreakers, and the Bananas once again coming out on top against the Party Animals in a Game 1 and in walk-off fashion as well. But let's not forget that in Game 2 in the Superdome in mid-March, the Party Animals were able to bounce back in a major way, and they are hoping for much of the same today behind one of their best pitchers in franchise history in Brett Helton.
And as you can see, looking at the Savannah Bananas record, they have not lost a game in the regular season since March 15th against the Party Animals in the Superdome. Let's take a look at what happened Friday night in detail. It started with Reese Hampton on 3rd base. Just 3 batters into the ballgame, he reached on a trick play miss, got moved over by Acuff, got driven in by Jake Skoll. That's a story I think you're going to hear a lot here in 2026. And then Garrett Delano, vintage form. How about striking out the side? Oberst, Alexiadis, Young Goldberg, all down via the K. Animals strike instantly.
Yeah, perfect starts of the night for 777 and the Party Animals. Now we pick things up 3rd inning. Austin Drury facing off against Jason Swan, and Swanee bringing in another run for the Animals, but that lead would not stand up. Bottom half of the frame, Robert Anthony Cruz with his first swing in Yankee Stadium, and he leaves the yard against Garrett Delano to knot the inning at a run apiece.
Then, top 4, a shirtless Andy Cosgrove to a backflip catching Robert Anthony Cruz. Wild Banana Ball action there. And then, the very next batter, double trick play, KJ to Ziggy. That would put a bow on Drury's evening. He would go 3 2/3. Those 2 runs against him, both unearned. And then Derek Klena, the Phantom of the Opera, the rookie, coming in. And how poetic is it? He gets his first career Banana Ball strikeout here in his adopted home of New York City.
Who would have guessed? The Phantom fanning Bryson Bloomer. Incredible accomplishment for Derek Klena. All smiles with his teammates. Now bottom 4, Bill Leroy, a great barrel into deep center field, but Reese Hampton, the former Tigers and Diamondbacks farmhand, a great running snag to keep the Party Animals leading in this ball game. And here in the 5th, they get a run on the board. It's Hampton swiping 3rd base after reaching on a trick play miss, and then scoring on an error, and Sean Fluke makes the run stand up. Animals out to a 2-0 lead through 5.
In comes Connor Harris after inducing 2 double trick plays with a man on, a foul out to that kid in the 2nd deck. What a snag. The only foul out to the fans in the ball game. Part of a scoreless frame for Harris, the lifelong Yankee fan. And then Dakota Stiltzalber in the pride of Allaville, Georgia, here in his 6th World Tour, his first hit of the season. And it sparked the first rally for the Bananas of the ball game. 2 batters later, Dan Oberst brings in Ty Jackson,
who was representing stilts.
Been a little while since a still Shabaro Biko. That was a great piece of hitting from Albritton, and the Bananas cut the Animals' lead in half. Now here, 7th inning, it's the Animals tacking on 2 runs against Alan Sathoff, the second, courtesy of that sac fly from Jake Skoll. But how about the Nanners? It's the long ball once again, negating a point for the Party Animals. Max Young-Goldberg, first career banana ball bomb, and I'd say it couldn't have come at a better point in time for the Nanners first baseman. Still 2-1 going into the 8th inning, and Noah Fisher, the defense was on display in left field. A great running snag to start the frame, and then Ty Jackson lifting this one into the left center gap. How about Fish? Another diving play, and it's 2-1 going to the 9th.
A runner on second. It was a Jake Skoll golden batter double. He would be stranded as Hampton pops out to KJ. So Dan Oberst, golden batter, hitting in the 10 hole to lead off the bottom of the 9th. Warning track power to Fisher out in left. But look at this, Dan with an about turn. He's jogging back to the batter's box because now it's his turn in the order. And on the 3-1, he lines this into the second deck. Oppo Taco. Dan driving in the second point of the ball game for the Savannah Bananas, tying the game at 2, and he is on fire.
And he had the benefit of seeing 9 pitches against Peter Holden since he got back-to-back at-bats. Nonetheless, Holden able to hold serve after allowing that game-tying homer. Back-to-back punch-outs of Alexiadis and Young-Goldberg send us to round 1 of showdowns, where Hosley, despite allowing 2 ball four sprints in the round, strikes out Jake Skoll, keeps the Animals off the board, and then bottom half, Oberst, a rocket out to right field, but a bounce friendly enough for the Animals to relay, I should say, this one in and nail Oberst at the plate.
Yeah, excellent defense from Bobo, Gillespie, and Cosgrove. And then it's the soft contact from Danny Hosley taking care of Jason Swan in the top of round 2, and Holden catching KJ looking. Fastball grazing the outside corner, fired up. We're going around 3 bases, juice, 3-2 pitch. Fastball blown by A-Cuff. Danny Do-It-All is now a perfect 6 for 6 in his showdown opportunities on the mound in the regular season. And DR Meadows coming off the bench. He only had 1 plate appearance in the ball game prior to this. He gets the soft contact with the bases juiced and walks it off. Nanners 3-2 winners after 3 rounds of showdowns.
Yeah, a absolutely thrilling contest, and another come-from-behind win from the Savannah Bananas this season. Now out to an 11-1 record, and we zoom in on the history between these 2 teams in the state of New York, and we have had nothing but thrilling battles in our lifetime. Now, both of these teams have won 2 games apiece here in New York, and the Bananas were able to win in showdowns, and we even saw thrilling games in Syracuse and Cooperstown that helped the Animals win that 2023 season series. I'm telling you, the games get bigger when the Nanners and Party Animals are in the Big Apple.
Yeah, and you look at that 4-3 win in Syracuse. That was, of course, their 8th straight victory, and then the 2-1 win right next to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Doubleday Field. That was the finale as they won that season series in 2023 in wild fashion. A little while ago, Drake Toll caught up with Mike Vivacis and Jake Skoll talking about playing against the Bananas here in the Bronx. Let's check it out.
Thanks, guys. Got Vava, Jake Skoll down here in the field. Vava, for you, growing up a Yankees fan. Not even growing up. I want to go to 27-year-old Michael Vivacis. I want to talk to that guy. Could you ever believe that you'd be standing on this field coaching in a game like this?
I could never imagine it in my greatest imagination, especially at 27. I was teaching and coaching high school baseball, and I was like, man, this is my life now. And being able to do this now, have the opportunity, live this dream out, it's speechless.
Skoll, for you, being in the Yankees system and now here playing at Yankee Stadium, I know it's different than what you expected it to look like, but to have your son in the stands watching you, a sold-out crowd, and to realize this moment, how does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, this was the dream. Like, I played a couple years with the Yankees in minor leagues and wanted to play 81 games a year here, but for a couple seasons at least. And then didn't work out, got signed on with the Banana Balls, and now we get to sell out these kind of stadiums. It's pretty special, and obviously having the little one and Avery up in the stands, it's I don't think I saw Yankee Stadium until I was probably 25, and he gets to see it at 9 months, so pretty special. So It's fun.
Injury-wise, how are you, and where are you on the road to recovery?
I'm good. I think probably 80 or 90%, and getting to play some outfield today. So, and obviously we'll be in the batter's box, you know, hitting for 4 or 5 ABs. So I feel great. I think Vegas will be probably 100%, but everything is going great. Casey's been amazing, our trainer. So shout out to Casey.
Vava, some of the best teams in baseball, banana ball, anywhere, go through stretches like this, where you lose a couple in a row. I've heard the message of don't overthink it. Is that still the play going into today?
Absolutely. Don't overthink it. Don't think way too much into it. You know, it's still early in the year, and we had a great fight Friday night. I mean, you can't be upset with the loss. So we put everything we had into it. We just got to keep doing our thing, keep being the party animals, and we'll be back to normal.
Josh, Biko, let's send it back to you guys. It's Mike Vivacis, Jake Skoll down on the field.
Thank you very much, Drake Toll. When we return, we will get to meet those very party animals. Let's see the lineup that Mike Vivacis has going this afternoon.
He is 3 months old, 12 pounds, and I believe he might be going to the bathroom. Keep the spirit fingers going. Keep your hands up and the good vibes vibing, and give it up one more time, New York, for our banana baby, James.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're the wildest, craziest, sexiest, most outrageous group of animals you've ever laid your eyes on. And they're here for just one reason, to party. Here they come, the party animals! And now the starting lineup for the party animals, leading off the center fielder, number 6, Reese Hampton. Shortstop number 11, Chase Acuff. Extra hitter, Jake Skoll. Right fielder number 3, TJ Reed. First baseman number 2, Jason Swan. Second baseman number 407, Mikey Ballard. The DH number 5, Andy Cosgrove. Left fielder number 4, Tanner Tinder Thomas. Catcher number 41, Bronson Bullhold. And third baseman number 8, Bryson Bloomer. On the mound for the Party Animals, number 10, Brett Hilton. The Party Animals are managed by Mike Bava Vivaces, assisted by Thomas Sim Shady Savannah, and Anthony How You Doing Coramano.
There is the Party Animals lineup this afternoon with Brett Hilton on the bump. And let's get the 11 rules that turn America's pastime, baseball, into our beloved sport of banana ball.
Banana Ball is the fastest and most entertaining show in sports. And the 11 rules guarantee the most fans-first experience every second.
Unbelievable! Welcome to the Banana Ball Championship League!
Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. The team that scores the most runs in an inning wins the point.
It's a walk-off winner to the deepest part of the field! Oh my goodness!
With the Equalizer Point, trick plays provide the away team an opportunity to earn a point going into the final inning. And in the final inning, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, Banana Ball has a 2-hour time limit, guaranteeing that every game is fast-paced and action-packed. Rule number 3, no stepping out of the batter's box. If you do, it will result in a strike.
Max stepped out of the box, and because he stepped out of the box, that's it.
Rule number 4, no bunting, because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you'll be thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first base.
Ball 3, Gideon taken off for first, throw from Leroy in time!
Rule number 6, there's no walks. Walks are ball force sprints. The batter can advance as far as they want until every position player touches the ball.
No defenders have touched the banana ball. It is a 4-base sprint to open up the ball game.
Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, foul balls caught by a fan count as an out.
Oh, they caught it! They did! They can't caught it on the 3 point! We're going to showdowns!
Rule number 9, the showdowns. In showdowns, the best of the best face off in the biggest moment. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder behind him. And the hitter has to score.
Deep to right center! See you later!
Rule number 10, the Banana Ball Challenge rule gives the coaches and you, the fans, a chance to impact a call on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter. Once a game, each team can give any player an at-bat regardless of the lineup. This offers the biggest matchups on the biggest stage.
Big on big.
Gamer, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Get out of here, ball! That thing had a family!
And those are the rules of Banana Ball.
Thank you, Jesse Cole, for the rules of Banana Ball. Let's zoom in on the golden batter as it loomed very large last night. Once a game, a team may send any hitter in the lineup to bat in any spot. And of course, the reason this rule exists is so that we can get the best athletes in the sport battling when the game matters most.
And you saw on Friday night, the Party Animals spent their reigning MVP and the Triple Crown winner from a season ago, Jake Skull, up to the plate, doubled as the golden batter against Danny Hosley this season. And Dan Oberst batted for the Savannah Bananas, flied out against Peter Holden, but the golden batter still had quite the effect in that ball game for the boys in yellow.
Yeah, let's take a look back at Dan Oberst's adventure in the bottom of the 9th inning. It's really rare, like literally single-digit times still in Banana Ball history that we have seen a player hit back-to-back. This is not usually at all how the Golden Batter is utilized, but at the 10 hole for the Bananas, Dan getting to hit against a lefty. You see he just barely misses the home run in the first battle against Holden out to left field. He worked himself a hitter's count, and what a piece of hitting to tie the game in the second battle between these two.
And you saw he was technically the on-deck batter as he was in the right-handed batter's box. So we got to see 9 pitches against Peter Holden, and pitch number 9, a 3-1 count. Oberst makes Holden pay. Second deck inning or game-tying blast, I should say, for Dan Oberst. And for more on that legendary moment with Dan, we send it to Sam Bauman.
Hey guys, here with Danny Barrels, and where else would you find him than hanging out with the stuff that helps you hit those barrels? Danny, yet another home run Friday night, an important one for your Bananas. Things are just working for you. I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but got to be feeling pretty good about that swing.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool. I'll remember that one for a while, but good opportunity for the boys. A lot of people were, talking how are they going to respond after the Open, and, we had a tough matchup. The tailgaters played good, but vibes are good. Nothing's changed. We're fine. We're ready to go.
Now, guys, he's also somebody who wore multiple helmets last night. We saw Friday night, the Golden Batter, his regular helmet, of course. Danny, what's the mentality knowing that you are leading off for yourself to come up right after that?
Yeah, as a hitter, that was good because I got to see Holden's stuff was really good last night, but I got to see it, and then I got to go right back up, and it worked out in my favor. He made some really good pitches, and I thought his stuff looked really good. Sometimes it just goes your way.
Finally here, Dan, usually the bare chest, but I noticed we kind of layered up here in New York. Do you think, was it tough getting used to having all that kind of layers on?
Man, I've gotten chirped a good bit by some fans. I guess I'm not as tough as I look, they're saying. But it was pretty cold, and it's pretty cold today, so I'm going to stick with the layers.
Well, whether he's shirtless or not, it still seems to be working, guys, and keep an eye. We might be looking over the wall out there in the outfield yet again tonight.
Thank you, SB. It is always a blast. Getting insight from the 8-year Banana Dan Oberst. And clearly, after moving from Long Island to Florida at 8 years old, yeah, that is a Florida boy through and through at this point. What a pitching matchup this afternoon. Brett Helton and Noah Nisnik, we've talked about it already. It bears repeating. Those are 2 of the 5 best pitchers in all of the sport last year. They've both been pretty terrific here in 2026.
Yeah, and in their careers, this is the 14th time they are matching up against each other. It's not quite at the Luigs-Delano level yet, but this is still one of the more prolific pitching matchups we've ever seen in Banana Ball's history. And these guys have matched each other incredibly well. You see each of these guys with a 2-to-1 strikeout to ball four sprint ratio or better. Earned run averages below 5. I mean, the average TOR ERA this season above 5 right now in Banana Ball. So these guys pitching above TOR average. And they're neck and neck contest. You see in these 13 starts, the Bananas have 7 wins. The Party Animals have 6. So these go back and forth every time these guys are matched up against each other, and the Animals trying to draw it back up to an even 500 record with a win today.
And such a testament to Brett Helton's ability to leave runners on base. 75 hits and 11 sprints and 44 innings pitched, and he's got the better ERA between the two of them. One of the best matchups in the history of the sport. So blessed we get it here in this Sunday matinee. When we return, we'll have first pitch.
Put your hands together for the wonderful Princess Potassia. They are the greatest dad bod cheer squad to ever grace God's green earth. Put them together for the Bananas. He is our bat trickster extraordinaire, Mr. Alex Ziggy Ziegler. He is the world's strongest banana and the king of potassium. It's Split. He stands 10 feet 9 inches tall. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Dakota Stilts O'Brien. And the best to ever do it, our dancing first and third base coach, it's Maceo. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the cast of your Savannah Banana.
Now, the cast is ready. The players are ready. It's now time for you, the fans, to get ready. So I need everyone on your feet. All the way around the stadium on your feet, because it is now time for the fan warm-up. So joining us to lead the fan warm-up on her birthday, please welcome 6-year-old Teresa. Here she comes. All right, Teresa, this is really important. We got to get this crowd fired up for today's game. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Teresa, are you ready for this?
Welcome back to Banana Ball in the Bronx. Let's get it down to Jesse Cole on the field. We're getting the fans warmed up.
Keep it going, Teresa. Oh, yes. Oh, fist bump, I like it. Keep it going. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're snorkeling, of course, in New York in April. Yep, makes sense. Oh, we're okay. All right, we're rocking it. Oh, no, jumping jacks. Here we go. Getting them going, Teresa. And we're back clapping. Teresa, look around. This sold-out crowd going crazy for you. Let's hear it for 6-year-old Teresa.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world. Today, you and thousands of your friends here live and millions more watching at home have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Montana to Savannah, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the crucible where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another day at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for every single person here at a sold-out Yankee Stadium to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the greatest show in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Yankee Stadium, let's meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off the center fielder, number 5, DR, the Doc Meadows. The right fielder, number 2, Reese Superman Alexiades. At first base, number 9, Max Young Goldberg. In the cleanup spot, the DH, number 19, Dan Oberg. At third base, number 4, Kyle K.J. Jackson. Behind the plate, numero 1, Bill Leroy. At second base, wearing number 8, our greatest showman, Jackson Olsen. In left field, number 15, we call him Rack, Robert Anthony Cruz. The extra hitter, number 18, he does it all, Danny Hosley. And at shortstop, number 6, our glove magician, Ryan Cox. On the mound for your Savannah Bananas tonight, number 88, Noah Nunez. Your Savannah Bananas are led by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Adam Virant, Ryan Kellogg, Bryce Stober, and Reggie the Legend Horton. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your caps. Here to honor America with the singing of today's national anthem, please welcome Mateo Lopez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the moon's bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free in the home of the
Give it up for Mateo Lopez.
Just an absolutely outstanding rendition of the national anthem from Mateo. A roar from over 46,000 fans here in Yankee Stadium for the conclusion of this two-game set between the Party Animals and the Bananas. As we welcome you back inside with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you again for spending your Sunday fun day with us here in virtual Banana Land. The Nanners, that 3-2 victory after 3 rounds of showdowns Friday night, and now we get the conclusion of this so far really thrilling two-game set.
Yeah, and it's two teams on different kinds of streaks. The Bananas winners of 7 straight at the moment. Meanwhile, the Party Animals have dropped each of their last 6, so the Animals certainly hoping that the tides are going to change in today's contest.
Let's feast our peepers on the Savannah Bananas defensive alignment here this afternoon. This is the last of 8 Banana Ball games this weekend, and what a sight for sore eyes in center field. It is DR Meadows with Robert Anthony Cruz in left, Reese Alexiadis in right. Third to first in the infield, you see Kyle Jackson, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Max Young Goldberg. Bill Leroy is behind the plate. Alex Ziegler, the designated fielder.
Yeah, this is certainly exciting for the Savannah Bananas to have gotten DR Meadows back in center field, their team leader in trick plays. But Kyle Jackson really led the way on Friday night for them defensively, 4 at the hot corner, and hoping to add on even more in today's competition.
Yeah, Coxie, of course, last night had those 2 trick plays missed. But outside of that, still the captain of this squad when it comes to trick plays. And the guy who had 14 trick plays last year here across the 2-game set in the Bronx. Noah Nisnik in the middle of it all across 13 innings this year. He is his good old self. 11 strikeouts, just the 2 sprints, pitching to the tune of a 2.77 earned run average.
Yeah, and this is his 7th time getting the ball from the get-go for the Savannah Bananas. Has a 2.72 ERA plus this season, indicating he's close to 3 times better than the league average pitcher in the Banana Ball Championship League. But the biggest thing to take note of today with Noah Nisnik, right-handed batters own a 341 batting average against him this season. They have had a lot of success against the southpaw. He's got to figure out a way to hold them in check in this ball game.
When it comes to the Party Animals starting lineup, it is the legend himself. Bananimal's all-time leader in hits, the switch-hitting center fielder Reese Hampton at the top, then Chase Acuff, another guy who will hit right-handed against Nisnik, followed by Jake Skoll. TJ Reeves getting the start in the cleanup spot. Then Jason Swan, Mike Ballard, Andy Cosgrove, Tanner Thomas, Bronson Ballholm, and Bryson Bloomer to round it out.
And although Andy Cosgrove's on a little bit of a skid right now for the Party Animals, last season he batted .429 against Noah Nisnik, the most success that any Party Animal in that lineup had. So they're hoping to get a big game from their designated hitter today.
This lineup has seen a whole lot of Noah Nisnik across the last 2 years. Now they face him in front of a full house in Yankee Stadium. The last thing to do is start the clock. For that, here's Jesse.
Banana Nation, it is time. On 3, I need everyone here to yell, start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Hampton, Acuff, and Skoll to kick off the first. Reese Lightning here in his 4th year as a Party Animal after he was a Banana all the way back in his maiden journey, the 2022 World Tour. Quick ball and a strike on him. Our home plate umpire, Trey Hudson, the crew chief. That ball is smashed foul. All the way up into the suites and not caught. Hampton 1 for 5 last night, but reached on a pair of trick plays missed, scored 2 runs, and of course manufactured that run in the 5th that led to the 2nd and final point scored by the Party Animals with his steal of 3rd base.
Yeah, he's certainly heating up for the boys in black and pink on a 4-game hit streak with a surprising 9 runs batted in that span.
Ball 4 sprint, all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it is live. A little sloppiness with Max Young Goldberg, but Hampton, respecting the Bananas sprint defense, will grab his team leading 10th free pass of the year. And early action for the Animals with Chase Acuff digging in.
Well, here's the thing, Hampton doesn't necessarily need to try and stretch to get 2 bases on the ball 4 sprint. He's currently leading the Animals with 6 stolen bases. In fact, almost 43% of the Animals' team stolen bases this season have come courtesy of Hampton.
Yeah, the Animals not a team that has run a ton here in 2026. Reese leading the way so far. Soft stuff down and in. And soft contact, Acuff, right side, Max Young Goldberg. Tip drill will clean it up. There is your first trick play of the afternoon. And out number 1 for Nisnik.
And a very smart play by a Banana Ball rookie. He has nothing to lose trying to come away with a trick play in foul territory. Looked like for a long time he was trying to shade his eyes from the sun. He was just trying to make sure he could get the tip drill off and collect an early trick play for this Nanners team.
3rd of the year for MJG, the only rookie in the field for the Bananas. As Jake Skoll muscles this one deep out to left center, and it's going to be all the way to the wall. Hampton with a great read is going to score easily, and Jake Skoll the RBI double after providing most of the offense last night for the Party Animals.
Big knock for Jake Skoll. Now has a hit in each of his last 11 starts offensively for the Bad Boys in black and pink, and has an extra base hit in 6 of his last 7 contests as well. He continues to rake for this Animal squad, and they are happy to have him back from injury.
Second two-bagger of the weekend, as we talked about on the pregame, as the Golden Batter in the top of the 9th last night. Had a ground rule double to left. Uses every part of the field so well. And here is one of the few Party Animals rookies. In fact, only 2 of them in the lineup. They're back-to-back here, TJ Reeves and Mike Ballard, as Reeves chases and is quickly down swinging. Nisnik with his first strikeout.
Big bounce back strikeout for Noah Nisnik following the RBI double. And speaking of that RBI double, Jake Skoll also had the benefit of DR Meadows out there in center field. Although he's drawn the start in center, he did tell us before the game he wasn't exactly at 100%, knew he couldn't try and book it out there in center field to reach every ball. So you saw Meadows kind of ease up trying to chase after that one. Hard hit off the bat of Skoll, and certainly helped Hampton score here in the first.
Hader just misses inside, and I apologize, folks. Jason Swan sandwiched in between the 2 Animals rookies of Reeves and Ballard. Swanee, about as veteran as they come. His 5th year in Banana Ball, his 4th World Tour with the Party Animals. One of the peskiest hitters in the history of the sport. And takes the free pass on the 3-1 offering. That will easily drive in Mark Smith, the designated runner. And it's a 2 spot for the Animals here in the top of the first.
Jason Swan, especially with guys in scoring position, he's a different beast for the Party Animals. 8 for 15 this season, and that's his 3rd ball 4 sprint that's brought in a run for the Animals as well.
He's up to 9 sprints on the year now. He's only struck out twice. One of them came last night. Bottom of the zone to even up the count here on Mike Ballard. Holding down second base this afternoon. 0 for 4 a couple nights ago. That was in the cleanup spot. Moved down a couple notches in the order. Dangerous man lurking in the 6 hole as Nisnik has another 3-ball count in what has been a very laborious opening to his outing. Two checks on Swan. Nothing going. Swanee a perfect 4 for 4 in stolen bases this year. As Niz runs the count full. And another check. That one gets a little bit away from MJG. Not far enough for Swan to advance. Another look. This one knifed into the seats. No catch by the fans. Another 3-2, that one misses. Ballard must have got lost in the sauce. He forgot the count. He finally takes off. Swan's gonna try and score. No, he slams the brakes after a big round of third. Good sprint defense by the Bananas. 3-2 with 2 outs. Swanee was off on the pitch. That's 3 ball 4 sprints allowed here in the first inning by Noah Nisnik. He only had 2 in 13 innings coming in.
Yeah, and again, it's another cold day here in New York City. 57 degrees right now. It feels like 54. And the Bananas, we talked about it the other night, they haven't played in conditions like these this season. Can be very tough for Nisnik to be gripping that banana ball right now. But he will escape trouble with men on the corners. Coxey collects another trick play for the Nanners, but the Animals with the 2 spot in inning number 1.
Animals struck first on Friday night, claiming the point in the first inning. Excellent chance to do it again. And here is how they line it up defensively. Left to right in the outfield, it starts with their designated fielder, John Howard Bobo. Then you see Hampton and Reeves. And third to first in the infield, it is Bloomer, Acuff, Ballard, and Swan, with Ballholm handling the catching.
Well, Chase Acuff's the guy who's been awfully impressive this season for the Party Animals. 22 trick plays defensively. He still has not missed one for the Animals, so doing a tremendous job for them this season. And Jason Swan, Bryson Bloomer each had a trick play at the corners on Friday night, hoping to have an even larger impact as they try and earn that equalizer point today.
And in the middle of the madness for the Party Animals, it is the veteran Brett Helton. Started his Animals career in the Summer Series of 2022. He has been here ever since. And the Greek god of MPI, more sub 2-minute innings thrown than anybody in the history of banana ball. Always a blast getting to watch Helton toss it.
Yeah, he's making start number 6 in 2026. He has surrendered 6 hits in each of his last 2 starts for the Animals. But you mentioned he's the Greek god of minutes per inning, and he's been above tour average in that department this year. A 104 MPI plus, meaning he's been 4% faster than the tour average arm.
Couple runs to work with here for Helton to start his outing. Against him, the Savannah Bananas lineup finally with their star center fielder back at the top. DR Meadows getting the start in center field this afternoon. First time since a couple Sundays ago in Chapel Hill when he tweaked that right hamstring of his. Then it is Alexiadis, Young, Goldberg, and Oberst cleaning it up, followed by KJ, Leroy, Olson, Cruz, Hosley, and Cox.
Well, you see DR Meadows with that 447 batting average, still the top mark here in the Banana Ball Championship League. So nice to have that guy back in your leadoff spot. But this Bananas team, when they faced off against Helton in the Caesars Superdome in mid-March, they went just 2 for 12 against the right-hander. They're going to need to see more production from these guys today in Yankee Stadium.
DR started on the bench on Friday night. Came in for a pinch hit opportunity in the 8th inning, grounded out to third, but then was brought back out with the bases loaded in the 3rd round of showdowns. Pretty much all you have to do is make contact, put the ball on the ground. When you got a Danny Hosley showdown shutdown in the top half you're working with, that's exactly what DR did. And he had the final swing of the night as the Nanners won it 3-2 after those 3 rounds of showdowns. Chopper to short. Chase Acuff between the legs, make it a perfect 23 for 23 in trick play tries for Chosen this year.
And look, that's the name of Brett Helton's game. He commands a changeup, which he would consider his best pitch, hoping he can get the banana ball on the ground and get his defenders trick plays like he just got there from Chase Acuff. Helton told me before the season started he wanted to have no strikeouts on his season. He wanted all of his outs to be recorded via the trick play.
Oh, he is a funny cat.
I was absolutely bamboozled when he said that to my face.
It's a team-first guy as Helton floats the big curveball in for a 1-2 count on Reese Alexiadis, the right fielder. Super Reese has hit here in the 2-hole. Now all 13 regular season games as well as the 3 games in the Banana Ball Open. Now gets a 2-2 from Helton after going 0 for 4 on Friday night. This one high and deep out to right center. Reeves on the track, will tip it. Hampton, oh no, not there to clean it up. TJ tried to take care of it himself, and it's back-to-back ball games in the Bronx with Reese Alexiadis, a towering fly ball, hustling all the way, gets 3 bases on a trick play missed in the outfield.
That's a rookie mistake from TJ Reeves. You have to be able to adjust as a banana ball player on those tip drills. He was expecting Hampton to be the guy who took over after he engaged that tip. But you have to make sure that even after you tip that ball, if you've got your teammate around you, you are still in a position where, if need be, you can scramble and record that catch. That certainly was not the case for Reeves, and that's why you see Alexiadis 90 feet away from scoring.
Max Young Goldberg quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. 1 for 4 last night, 3 strikeouts, but the big blast, a 2-run shot that denied the Party Animals a point in the 7th inning. Key part of the Bananas' victory and his first career banana ball home run. Doesn't offer up on the 2-seamer wide. And what a gift that trick play missed is. Instead of being an out away from a point, the inning tying run in the dish. Guy who hit 26 homers in the Pioneer League last year. And a high fly ball, too much launch angle though. Reeves there for the second out. Alexiadis tagging. It's gonna be a sacrifice fly for MJG. But you trade an out for a run there every time if you're the Party Animals. They still lead the inning 2-1.
And that's a productive out for Max Young-Goldberg, one the Bananas are willing to take. Now it puts Dan Oberst up in the box, had that game-tying home run in the 9th inning Friday night, looking for an inning-tying blast here in the first today.
Dan's on one heck of a heater. That one is scorched into left. The tying run is aboard as Bobo bodies that up. And Oberst, 1 for 4 with that game-tying homer in the 9th inning on Friday night. Also had the walk-off sacrifice fly to win the 6th for the Bananas. Bryce Grozaffi will take over for him at first. Kyle Jackson at the dish, representing the inning-winning run. This one lofted to straightaway center. Reese Hampton lining it up. And there to put a point on the board for the Party Animals. Brett Helton earns it. And it's 2 straight games here in Yankee Stadium. The Animals strike first. And YouTube, son of a gun, I can't believe we find ourselves here, but it is just us. Our first in-game commercial break for the Roku Sports World.
Chat, are you having a good Sunday? Give me a bunch of Biko emojis if you are. That's what I'd like to see.
Oh, the chat. In rare form, as per usual. Great start for the Party Animals here this afternoon. There go the Biko emojis.
Thank goodness. I was starting to sweat.
Yes.
When are they coming? Like, what's got the chat down today?
What's up, everybody? Oh, yeah. It is cooking. The love goes both ways, chat. Oh, you folks are going nuts. You know, there's a good amount of Josh emojis in here as well.
Well, I don't know what the Josh emojis mean. The Bikos just mean you're having a great Sunday.
I think the combination of the two means you're having one of the greatest Sundays of all time. Welcome back to Live Banana Ball on the Roku Sports Channel. Geico and the Banana Ball Championship League are teaming up to send one lucky winner on the ultimate fan experience to the 2026 Banana Ball Championship game on October 10th. Win 4 tickets, airfare, hotel, and a VIP on-field player experience. Go to itfeelsgoodtogobananas.com to enter. Tanner Thomas, what do you got? Talking about it on Friday night, Josh. Tanner Thomas here in his 5th World Tour. I mean, this has to be one of your walk-up goats, one of the greatest we've ever seen when it comes to adding some pizzazz on his journey from the dugout, the crowd, wherever, to home plate.
You know, as a manager, if you're Mike Vivacis, you just want to put your guys in a position to succeed. So, you know, no surprise that he's getting a nice signature walk-up here in the Big Apple.
Noah Nisnik trying to bounce back. This is inside, count full on Tanner Thomas. Bottom 3 in the order for the Party Animals. As Tanner swings through the fastball right down the chute. Nisnik, his second punch out.
Look, nice to see Niz keep a leadoff man off the bases to start the top of the 2nd. Nonetheless, you still got to be wary. It's another 3-ball count for Noah Nisnik in this ball game. Now up to 5 today already.
The 9th man he faces into a double trick play. Cox to KJ. Bronson ball home retired. And 2 quick outs for Nisnik and company here to open up the 2nd inning.
And the Bananas had 4 of those on Friday night against the Party Animals. That helped them keep the boys in black and pink from earning that equalizer point. If they continue to keep that up here this afternoon, it looks like the Nanners are going to have no problems with making it a 2nd straight game without the Animals earning that extra point.
Bryson Bloomer, 2 balls and no strikes. And Cox to KJ, the tip to behind the back. That was one of those 4 double trick plays for the Bananas a couple nights ago. As Nisnik back in the count. Look out. Now Bloomer ahead 3-1. And that's 6 of 10 batters faced with a 3-ball count for the Party Animals so far. But it looks like it's going to be a nice 1-2-3 inning for Nisnik. Oh no! Broadcaster's jinx in full effect. Jackson Olsen can't nail the behind the back catch. And the inning continues.
Nonetheless, no reason not for Olsen to try that trick play, considering 2 quick outs for Noah Nisnik, nobody on the bases. You starting to feel confident about him getting going. And now another opportunity for a Bananas defender, Leroy and Ziggy rushing after that banana ball. And it winds up right behind the Bananas dugout and not caught by any of the fans.
Oh boy. It's one of the oddities of banana ball that the teams on both sides hang out outside of the dugout during play, and boy, the Bananas scattered in every direction with Ziggy and Leroy bearing down on them.
Don't forget split too.
Another pop and another chance for Olsen. He will catch it the old-fashioned way with Ziggy right there, begging for a double trick play opportunity. Nice bounce back though from Noah Nisnik. He strands Bloomer on first. And let's get it on down to the field. Drake Toll, what's going on, my man?
So what's your take? We're talking about the Yankees, Red Sox. The ring argument, just absolutely absurd. You guys got 27 rings. 1 in this century. We have 4 in the century. Stop living in the past. Sox, better than Yankees. Go Sox.
What about Yankees, though?
The Yankees lose.
Josh Bico, so what's your take?
My take is that Nate Tellier's math is wrong. The New York Yankees have 2 World Series championships this century, 2000 and 2009.
You would know of all people.
Grew up a diehard fan of the team. Those are the heydays. Now it has been quite a bit.
Hey, we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, I think we're looking at 17 years now since the Yankees
Hey, there's a
won World
promo
Series.
going on.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring up, you know, ill feelings.
I don't know what's happening here. I do love seeing it. Is that an Anthony Rizzo jersey? So these guys, it's like capture the flag, except it's capture the wig. And confirmed Rizzo jersey? That was a beloved New York Yankees, or New York Yankee rather, after he came over from the Cubs. We go to the home half of the 2nd. And it's the 9-year Banana. Bill Leroy leading it off, followed by Jackson Olsen and Robert Anthony Cruz. So the captain, and then 2 of the Nanners' ginormous social media sensations. And Bill aging like a fine wine here in Banana Land, as you can see, hitting .316 here in his 5th tour. Tough to complain with when the guy has caught every single inning this year except for 1. And that was back in the 2nd weekend of action against the Firefighters. Bryce Grozaffi just spelled Bill for 1 frame as that one dunks down into left center. Big turn from Leroy, but he will retreat back to first with the leadoff single. Inning-winning run is aboard. And the pride of New Milford, Connecticut, a guy who Grew up a die-hard New York Yankees fan. Figured we would get something special from Jackson Olsen here in the Bronx. Jackie, take it away.
Hear your voice. It's like the angels sighing. I have no choice. I hear your voice. It feels like flying. I close my eyes. Oh God, I think I'm falling down from the skies. I close my eyes. Heaven help me when you call my name. It's like a little prayer. Down on my knees, I wanna take you there. In the midnight hour, I can feel your power, just like a prayer. I wanna take you there. When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. Down on my knees, I wanna take you there.
Jackson Olsen, high fly ball deep out to right. Skoll has it just shy of the wall. Good poke by Jackie after being serenaded by Derek Klena. Narrowly missed an inning-winning 2-run shot.
That is heartbreaking if you're Jackson Olsen. You see, he really likes the swing, and the minute that ball was caught, oh my gosh. Oh, wow. That one nearly came back to us, people.
Woo, I wanted it.
One of the closest opportunities we've had for a foul ball caught in our broadcasting careers. Anyways, going back to Olsen. That guy, he had his hands on his hips. So disappointed that he barreled that ball so well, and he wasn't able to get something to come out of it.
Now Robert Anthony Cruz, who nearly fouled out to the broadcasters. Lives to see more offerings from Brett Helton. Battle between former minor leaguers. Helton, former Pirates farmhand. Rack, famously from the Washington Nationals organization. And a quick pitch floats in low. One-two. Count evens up. Rack 1 for 3 Friday night with that big blast. The first swing he's ever taken in a game in Yankee Stadium. It denied the Party Animals a point in the 3rd inning. Solo shot to the seats and right. Goes down swinging here. Helton, he may not like him, but he will get him. His first strikeout of the day. And how could Brett be upset with strikeouts when he gets to do his favorite dance? Red light, green light, with all his friends. It never gets old. Oh gosh, that just sends serotonin right to the brain. Nasty pitch, too. Looked like a filthy two-seamer.
Great movement late on that pitch. Robert Anthony Cruz, I mean, the Party Animals have just kind of spammed him with changeup and 2-strike count so often. I think that's what he was probably expecting. Couldn't quite catch up to that two-seamer. So he goes down, and on Helton's first pitch to Danny Hosley, it's Leroy going ahead and swiping second base for the Bananas.
So the inning-winning run in scoring position for Danny Do-It-All. And Hosley ahead 2-0.
And that's the thought right there. If Hosley can earn the ball for sprint here for the Bananas, it certainly brings in Bill Leroy. Animals no runs in the top half of the inning. This would lead to a Nanners walk-off and make it even at 1 point apiece for both of these teams.
Hosley was 0 for 2 Friday night, now only 1 for 11 on the year. But a couple ball four sprints, and he has not struck out yet. This one lofted right side. It's going to be trouble. No, Jake Skoll on the run saves the frame for the Party Animals and Brett Helton dabbing his way off the bump. And holding the 1-point lead for the Party Animals now through 2 innings of action. How about a journey back in time? This day in Banana Ball history on the 2023 World Tour, Jake Skoll, the first player in Banana Ball history to ever hit for the cycle. And this was a legendary drubbing with the Party Animals just beating the brakes off the Nanners. It started with that single off Cowboy Kyle in the first inning, and then strutting up a couple frames later with Kyle in the booth. What a piece of hitting off DJ the Invader. Ground roll double out to left with Michael D patrolling left field. Got legends all over the place in this one between these squads. That's not a ground roll double at all. That's the home run. Here's going to be your triple. It's off Matt Malatesta. Perfectly placed, hugging the right field line. That's Danny Hosley playing right. And just a double away from the cycle. It's Bill Lee! The Red Sox and Expos legend with his famous Leafus. No match for Skoll. First pitch he saw. One hopper off the wall in left center. And his first of his 2 career cycles.
I don't know. Hey, I never did it in pro ball, but it feels real here.
Feels real here, good. Let's go!
You heard it here first, baby.
What an honor with Vava mic'd up to get to hear from Skoll after that historic moment.
Yeah, and Skoll, the on-deck batter here to start the top of the 3rd inning. Former Yankees farmhand at that, so really cool to see things coming full circle for Jake Skoll and his incredible major, or I should say baseball career.
Right, and how cool is it to see both the evolution of the sport and the evolution of the broadcast. Boy, we were so proud of the product we produced across that 2023 World Tour. Looks like it was filmed on a potato today.
And we loved that potato.
Yes, we did. It was very
loved
special.
It with our whole hearts.
Chase Acuff, hot shot through the 6-hole. Nisnik falling behind another Party Animal. Acuff making him pay. He is now 1 for 2 on the afternoon and is aboard for the aforementioned almighty Jake Skoll. Can't wait to see the point of view from Acuff on that one. Looks like he's got the camera on the helmet. Skoll had the RBI double to open up the scoring in the first inning, which now makes him 3 for 4 on the series with 3 runs driven in. Ball 4 sprint to boot as well. As the field has been invaded, I'm not sure by who, but Maceo and company. And everybody who's out there, they can dance very well. Wow, and a pitch was thrown with everybody still out there boogieing. Fastball missed from Niz Nasty. Oh. Not even in Jake Skoll's wildest dreams across 7 years of minor league baseball could he have ever imagined this is how he would hit in Yankee Stadium as it's a high fly ball. Caught at the track. Wow, that thing looked like a no-doubter off the bat, and it died.
That's the second ball off a bat today that has just died out there in right field. I mean, Jackson Olsen struck well, started to die out at the very end, and Skoll's laced even harder, but Alexiadis able to run it down. And you see Jake Skoll certainly thought that was going to be a short porch bomb for himself. Wow.
What a great moment between Skoll and the Bananas outside the dugout. Pop to the right side. TJ Reeves has Ziegler and Olsen in pursuit, and Ziggy can't get there. That would have been a really tough play. Battling the sun over the shoulder, right up against the wall. Pretty perfectly placed by Reeves as you get another look for him to get an 0-2 pitch now from Nisnik. Bounced foul, we'll do it again.
Good report coming in from Sam Bauman right now. Just got word from Jake Skoll, and he said that if he'd hit that ball on Friday night, it certainly would have left the yard. So just goes to show you again how frustrating the result of that at-bat was.
Another 0-2. That ball cranked. Foul. Oh my goodness, second deck power from TJ Reeves.
And what you really love to see is, even though that one a laser beam off the bat of Reeves, the fans in that second deck still trying to make every effort to catch that foul ball for an out. Doesn't quite work out. Reeves checks his swing on the 0-2, and Seth Markham will rule it a nope, no swing.
No swing, as we had, looks like a youngster who ended up on the field, and Reeves plunked. So TJ, what a luxury for Mike Vivacis. You got a guy who never even got to swing the bat on Friday night. He's just lurking on the bench, and then he's your cleanup man here on Sunday afternoon. He's leading the team with his .450 batting average and .500 OBP. Now, Brownie would have him in on-base percentage, but he does not have enough plate appearances to be a qualified hitter.
When his last start on April 12th, Reeves had a 4-hit game for the Animals that certainly helped put him in that position. Now Jason Swan skies this one into right field, and Reese Alexiadis hauls it in behind the back with the cape swirling behind him. And the Nanners now up to 5 trick plays in the game. And Alexiadis has an absolute cannon, so no advance whatsoever from Chase Acup at second base.
And showing it off just for fun. Gosh, that was an Ichiro Suzuki-esque.
That was
hurl.
Wicked.
Frozen rope all the way to KJ at third. Hang your clothesline on it. 1-1 to Mike Ballard, and this one into left field, a base hit. Acup getting a stop sign. Rack, he shows off the chute all the way to Leroy. Playing a shallow left. The weakest arm in the Bananas outfield, but very accurate. It's not weak by outfield definition. It's just that Meadows and Alexiadis have certified howitzers. But Rack is not one to be trifled with out there. Nowhere to put Andy Cosgrove. Can the fans get Nisnik out of the jam? No. A ball and a strike on the Party Animals DH. Our Dunkin' Donut hitter. The fans want donuts. We're still a couple strikes away. It's a 2-1 count now.
And you've got to be careful if you're Nisnik. We said at top of the show, Cosgrove batted .429 against him last year, had the most success of any Animals batter. This is certainly not the situation you want to be in if you're the Bananas lefty.
Deuce is wild. Swing and a miss. Nisnik goes to the off speed, gets a monster strikeout, and leaves the bases loaded.
What an impressive piece of pitching for Noah Nisnik. Goes to that signature circle changeup of his to get the punch out, and it's a second straight zero tossed by the southpaw, as it's now time to go down to the field for our Bananas Foster family of the game.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field, Keely Lamb.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. Look around. That's enough to fill Yankee Stadium 8 times with the number of children currently experiencing care. To raise awareness and support this community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those in the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Today, we are celebrating the Star family. Sherelle spent 8 years in foster care right here in New York City. After moving from home to home throughout her time in care and ultimately being reunited with her mom, she decided to turn her experience into advocacy as an adult. Now, Star runs the board for CASA NYC, wrote a memoir chronicling her life through foster care, and is an adoptive mom. Fans, please join us in celebrating this amazing family for making a difference right here in your community.
Oh boy, does that warm the heart right there? That's what it's all about. Shouting out the superheroes in the foster care community, as we will be right back. Oh man, it's nice to just get to bask in the glory of the Banana Band. For YouTube purposes only. Just soaking in the music. You are watching Banana Ball live on the Roku Sports Channel from Yankee Stadium. The Party Animals a 1-0 lead over the Savannah Bananas through 2.5 innings of action. So far, Brett Helton allowed an unearned run in the first, but with 2 runs of support, turned that into a point and blanked the Bananas in the second. Ryan Cox, the greatest 10-hitter in the history of Banana Ball, a ball and a strike on the man in his 5th World Tour out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Known as the Glove Magician, boy, he has turned into the wizard with the wand. Came into the weekend hitting .400. That's pretty remarkable in itself, as you can see right there. As he shoots this up the middle, his counterpart, Chase Acuff, having trouble getting it between the legs, and then the throw is low. And it took over 12 games, but Acuff finally has his first trick play in 2026. That was his 24th attempt of the year.
Yeah, just struggled with the transition. You saw it caught up for so long, having those hands through his knees, trying to dig the Banana Ball out of his glove. And in the end, rushed the throw, came in on a hop to Jason Swan, tough rim to scoop, and Coxie able to reach to lead off this 3rd inning as DR Meadows is now up, who grounded out to short his first time up.
Bouncing ball, Bloomer. There's one at second. Ballard to first. Jason Swan behind the back. A double play with a trick play to flourish it from the Party Animals.
And they're trying to keep themselves in this trick play battle. That is for sure. And Meadows, again, not hustling down the line super well, not at 100%. Animals had a lot of time to try and get that throw over to first base, and Swanee saw every reason to try and catch that one behind his back, did so successfully, And now the Animals 2 trick plays today in Yankee Stadium.
And that erases the trick play missed that started the inning. As Acuff, another opportunity. There he goes between the legs, offline though. When it rains, it pours. Son of a gun, this is the 13th game of the year for the Party Animals. He was 23 for his first 23 trick play tries, 0 for his last 2. You just never know.
But you can get in your head as an infielder, that's for sure. I mean, that's why you've seen guys, infielders, pitchers, develop the yips over the years, something nobody wants to have happen. But Acuff, you know, probably just trying to overcorrect a little too much, and that's what leads to another trick play missed.
Here's Max Young-Goldberg. Whiffs on the changeup behind 0-2. Sac fly his first time, as the Nanners fell short in the first inning. Squibs this foul, will do another 0-2. Drake Toll gobbles it up in foul territory, off screen. It's a little radio broadcast for you there. Toll with the perm, as he's been known to do. That is one silly rapscallion. I think he landed in LaGuardia around 6 p.m. Friday night. Somehow ended up at Yankee Stadium like a half hour later. The busiest man in showbiz. Second deck, not caught. Golden opportunity right through the hands.
They call that the power of New York City public transportation.
Some of the best in the world if you know how to navigate it. Swing and a miss. The changeup for another strikeout from Helton. And he has been fantastic through 3 scoreless.
Not only the changeup, but it's Helton mixing up the arm angles as well, with the Max Young-Goldberg dropping down and taking a little bit extra off the change as well. And Young-Goldberg not able to slow down enough with that one in the strike zone. And it's 2 punch-outs today for the right-hander.
Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised if that was more than 60 miles an hour dancing in. Helton, a veteran in every regard. 4 years in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. 5 more years in independent professional baseball before coming to Banana Land. And now we're about to have ourselves a heck of a performance. Who's our special guest here this Sunday? Split? He's here at every game.
The Jets are gonna have their day tonight. The Jets are gonna have their way tonight.
The Party Animals grumble, fair fight, but if they start a rumble, we'll rumble them right.
We're gonna hand them a surprise tonight. We're gonna cut them down to size tonight. We said okay, no rumpus, no tricks, but just in case they jump us, we're ready to mix tonight. We're gonna rock it tonight. We're gonna jazz it up and have some fun. They're gonna get it tonight. The more they turn it on, the harder they'll fall. Will they be get it? Will they be get it? And we're the ones to stop them once and for all tonight.
I don't want to talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. It's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say, no more ace to play. The gods may throw the dice, their minds as cold as ice. Spectators of the show, always staying low. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small. It's simple and it's plain. makes me feel sad, and I understand. You've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all.
Holy moly. I want to talk about pipes. Ben Platt. You got to be a pretty darn talented singer and actor to win a Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical. Did that for Dear Evan Hansen in 2022. What a performance.
You know, when we write and release Split, the musical, which follows a young Bananas journey to becoming the strongest mascot in sports.
Right.
I hear that Ben Platt's actually, you know, the first choice to play the King of Potassium.
Can't wait to see what role Kyle Lewis plays. Probably earned one across his 9 years here in Banana Land. Good to see Cowboy Kyle a day after his 28th birthday. Lewis first out of the pen.
And tossed 2 scoreless innings here last year in Yankee Stadium. Collected 3 strikeouts, induced a fan-caught foul ball as well. So had a lot of success here in 2025. But a very interesting note on Cowboy Kyle in his 2026 campaign, 4 of the 6 earned runs that he has allowed this season have come in day games. So this has been somewhat of a tricky position for Cowboy Kyle this season.
Tanner Thomas takes the off speed below the knees. 8, 9, and 10 in the Animals lineup. As Tanner's ahead 2-0. Strikeout victim his first time. One of 3 Ks that Noah Nisnik had on his afternoon. As the slider gets Lewis back in the count. Ball home on deck, Bloomer in the hole. Chance for the fans, not caught. Nice snag on the ricochet though by that fella. And now it's going to be a 3-2 between these 2 Banana Ball vets. That ball blasted out to right center. It'll be extra bases for Tanner Thomas. Ty Jackson freshly inserted into the game defensively here for the 4th inning. Fires it in as it's a leadoff double.
Yeah, the Bananas have opted to make some adjustments with their outfield defensively. DR Meadows, it appears, has come out of this game. Ty Jackson inserted in his place. So he takes over in right field, and the Bananas have moved their starting right fielder, Reese Alexiadis, into center for the remainder of this game.
The switch hitting catcher Bronson Ballhome, a fan favorite for a plethora of reasons, but chief among them, as nice a human being as you will ever find here in his 3rd World Tour. And boy, he has been fantastic, hitting .400. Reaching base at a .545 clip as you get a look at the Bananas' defensive adjustments here in the 4th inning. Back to Kyle Lewis. He's going to throw behind Tanner Thomas, who's now in a pickle. Cox hands it off to KJ, and a good job by Tanner staying alive long enough to get Bronny up to second as he is finally tagged out by Cox. And Tanner did his job.
And that's the smart play if you're Bronson Ballhome. You see guys engaged in a rundown for that long. You just go ahead and make yourself or get yourself into scoring position. From there, it certainly puts Tanner in a very tricky situation, but you trade the out and you still get the same guy standing at second base nonetheless.
Bender for strike one to Bryson Bloomer. Ball and a strike on the Boomer, reached on a trick play missed by Olsen his first time. And make it a 2-1 count as Mark Smith has taken over for Bronny at second. Second time the Animals have used their designated runner this afternoon. And a dangerous 3-1 coming to Bloomer. Ball four will score Smith easily from second. And the slider gets the bottom of the zone, runs the count full. Swing and a miss. Right back to the breaking ball. And what a bounce back for the strikeout from Cowboy Kyle.
And that's a pretty storied rivalry. Cowboy Kyle facing off against Bryson Bloomer. And a majority of the time that you've seen Cowboy Kyle collect those punch outs against the Party Animals third baseman, it has come on that slider out of the hand of Lewigs. Excellent 3-2 pitch, and both he and Leroy had the benefit of facing off against Bloomer since 2023.
And being teammates with Bloomer in 2021 as Collegiate Bananas. Back to the top of the order. That's a pretty good looking pitch. Lewigs does not get the strike call from Trey Hudson. So 2-0 on Reese Hampton. Ball four sprint came around to score one of those 2 runs in the first inning and then popped out to second in the fourth. Oh, Jesse Cole. Good job from the replay crew. Oh, redemption! Jesse fields it perfectly! What a job by Big Yellow.
Boom, baby. Anybody want to watch the man in the yellow tux field a banana ball?
Wow. Maybe you can't make it up.
Jesse was ready again. I mean, that one was nowhere in his range, but you saw him. He was down and ready.
Another 2-2. Past Ziegler into right field. Smith getting the wave around. Ty Jackson's throw is going to be on a couple hops and well late. Reese Hampton in the clutch. A 2-out knock to bring in Smith. And the Animals putting some pressure on here in the fourth.
And he has put together a killer April for the Animals. Now 10 runs batted in this month for the boys in black and pink. Celebrating to some Devo.
Crack that whip. All-time banger. All-time music
past
video.
The slip. Yeah, all-time music video.
That's a wild one. Reese Hampton, 10 of his 12 runs batted in this year have come in April. As Chase Acuff is looking to add some insurance. And he will float that one into right for a base knock. Hampton will go station to station with the throw right behind him from Ty. Acuff, his second base knock across the last 2 innings. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Couple ducks on the pond for Jake Skoll. RBI double his first time, and then thought he had himself a 2-run homer in the third. It died on the warning track. Down the right field line. And a ball and a strike on the 2010 first rounder. Shark playing an AI Jake Skoll song right now? Am I crazy?
Are you listening to the lyrics? Is that why you?
Yes.
Right? Oh my gosh. What are we doing?
Is this a Steve Kellogg special?
Wow, The Godfather. Shout out.
With his theme song that I'm hearing for the first time in my life, playing Jake Skoll strikes out. Cutter from Cowboy Kyle to strand a pair. But the Party Animals do push a run across in the 4th.
Shark's about to get a message. Never play that again. Big punch up from Cowboy Kyle, but another run on the board for the Animals.
All the way around the stadium, because we're going to get the biggest hey baby we've ever got here in New York. So let's get those hands up in the air. Here we go. Get those hands clapped. You guys look good. Now get those arms waving. Here we go. Keep it going, get those hands up, here we go. Now let's shuffle to the side, keep it clapping. Let me hear you sing it. One more time.
It's Hey Baby O'Clock here in the middle of the 4th inning in Yankee Stadium. Over 46,000 fans out of their seats, moving it and grooving it with Jesse Cole and the crew. As the Party Animals lead 1-0 and have put a run on the board for the first time since they won that 1st inning. They've got a chance to double their lead in points. It's going to take another goose egg from Brett Helton, who has been fantastic across 3 scoreless innings and has picked up his defense as well. 2 trick plays missed behind him in the 3rd inning. No harm, no foul. It's 4, 5, and 6 due to swing it against Helton. Oberst, KJ, and Leroy here in the last of the 4th.
Well, this is very much kind of what we talked about at the top of the show when we were focusing on Helton and Nisnik's numbers when they start against one another. Helton in 13 career starts had allowed 75 hits, but he's pitched around all of those base runners incredibly successfully. And it wasn't hits that hurt Helton in the 3rd inning, but those trick plays missed nonetheless. He is so good at knowing exactly how to execute when guys are on the bases.
No balls and 2 strikes on Dan Oberst. There's been traffic every single inning against Helton. Dan's been a part of that. He singled his first time. And as the tying run in the frame was stranded on first to end the 1st. Breaking ball just misses a bit up and out to even up the count on Oberst. And from an 0-2 count to 3 balls and 2 strikes on the Bananas designated hitter. Originally from Long Island, New York, since he was 8 years old, Largo, Florida has been home. But a lot of families still here in the Empire State. A homecoming of sorts for Dan. He's been making the most of it so far. 2 for 5 on the weekend. 3 runs driven in as he fouls that straight back.
Look, Oberst's not a guy who you're going to see draw a lot of ball for sprints, but you see the way in which he's battling here against Brett Helton. After the banana ball open, Reese Miller said that was the toughest part about having to face Dan Oberst, the way that he battles at the plate. He really makes you work. And Oberst on pitch number 8 will get this past Chase Aka and up the middle into center field. A leadoff knock for Danny Barrels.
And fascinating pinch run for by Bryce Grozaffi for a second time today. Dan's 4 for 4 on the year in stolen bases, one of the best base stealers in the history of the sport. Maybe not 100% as far as his legs. Hadn't heard anything about it, but hey, let's forget about that for now and focus on Kyle Jackson, who has something very special for us.
Give me the smooth groove. She was more like a beauty queen. My movie scene. I said, no matter what you do to me, I am. Who danced on the floor in the land. And people understood me. Be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' sons. And mother always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do. The lie becomes the truth. Hey, Billie Jean is not my lover. I am the one, but the kid is not my son. She says I am the one, but the kid is not my son.
Escorted by Matt Martinez, score of Jimmy the Musical. Now batting
Oh my Lanta. Wow. This has been an absurd 3.5 innings of banana ball. Matt Martinez, what a talent. Holy moly. KJ knifes this one into the second deck, not caught by the fans. And a check on Grozaffi over at first base. He's been stupendous as the Bananas designated runner. 10 runs scored, 10 for 11 in his stolen base tries. So it's taken over for JT Sokolov. Tough play here for Bloomer, and he clangs it. Fair ball. It bounced off Bloomer in fair territory. Andrew Frigerio, the left field umpire, right on top of it. Would have been an astounding catch if Bryson could have come away with it. Instead, a bloop single for Kyle Jackson.
Yeah, such a tough play for Bryson Bloomer to have to make there. Having to field that over his shoulder, I mean, that would be a brutal, I mean, absolutely brutal error. Instead, you just chalk it up to one of those soft exit velo knocks. It works out for Kyle Jackson, and the Bananas now threatening against Helton.
Yeah, heck of a battle by Oberst to open up the frame. On the 9th pitch, he singled up the middle, and then KJ put the ball in play. Good things happened. Inning winning run on first. As that one just misses, and it's a 2-0 count on Bill Leroy. Trey Hudson telling Helton that was just a tad up. And Helton trying to tell Trey that Bill Leroy ducked it. Fouled straight back. Boy, Bill was trying to knot this game up in one fell swoop.
Went fastball hunting 2-0. For good reason. Brett Helton, the guy who loves to stay in the zone. One of the most prolific pitchers when it comes to the least amount of ball force sprints allowed in our sports history. And now Helton coming set with the 2-1 delivery.
With a 3-1 count now, ball 4 will guarantee Grzafi scores from second, and you need crisp sprint defense. KJ can fly over at first. Any mistakes on a sprint, he could score the inning-winning run. Full count with no outs. And 2 men aboard here in the bottom of the 4th. Billy barrels a single his first time. Launches this one out to right center. Hampton tracks it down as Grzafi will tag and head to third. Productive out there from Bill Leroy, moving the inning tying run 90 feet closer with just 1 out now.
A very smart base running from Bryce Grzafi. Once he saw Hampton settling under that banana ball, immediately went back to that second base bag and was ready to tag up and advance to third base. Now guys on the corners for Olsen. 0 for 1, but struck his first ball incredibly well the first time up.
Much like Jake Skoll in the top of the 3rd inning, Jackie in the bottom of the 2nd thought he had himself a Yankee Stadium home run. Fell just short of it. KJ bouncing off first and garners some attention from Helton. Backdoor bender. No balls and 2 strikes. Helton hunting a strikeout. It would be massive here. There it is! Brett Helton coming through in the clutch with his 3rd K on the day.
Yeah, frustration certainly mounting for Jackson Olsen after that strikeout. 2 for his last 29 at the dish for the Savannah Bananas. And again, you tag a ball so well your first time up, you can't see anything come out of that. Things just start to compound more and more. Not only do you know you're in a bit of a slump, but it feels like even when you do get good wood on the ball, you can't find any success.
Another check on Kyle Jackson. 0-1 count on Robert Anthony Cruz. The fate of the frame in his hands. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Party Animals lead the inning by a run. There goes KJ as it's fouled back, and once again just out of the reach of Josh Talevsky.
You know, I was trying to get up on the desk earlier to see how I could position myself to make a play. It still wouldn't have worked there. Oh my gosh, I gotta get back down now.
From Helton to Cruz. Flipped deep down the left field line, and it will end up foul and not caught by the fans. Helton's still in the driver's seat. 1 strike away from doubling the lead for the Party Animals. There goes KJ again, and the bender low, ball home, will throw through. Grizz coming home, Acuff throw! In time! Chase Acuff wins the inning for the Party Animals. They lead 2-0.
Bananas trying to utilize Coach Gillum's green light special base running system, and it backfires on them here in the 4th inning. Tremendous heads-up play from Chase Acuff, immediately firing home. to gun down Grizzappi and put the Animals up multiple points now.
Let's get it down to Jesse Cole.
The world's slowest race. We have Leah, Olive, Peyton, Jake, Naomi, Tyler, Joey, Norman, Sophia, and Lucy if you're keeping track at home. And we're going to see who is the fastest baby. Babies, on your mark, get set, go!
The world's slowest race in front of over 46,000 fans in Yankee Stadium. 10 babies are on the infield grass, one of them actually on the infield dirt, and nobody making a move early on in this race. Their parents begging for a victory from their young superstar, and everybody just chilling. Grabbing some grass, sitting down, and there we go, okay. The motor going for two of our tots, and that's the wrong direction. Oh no. Some tears on the far side, and from Keister on the grass to crawling around, but going backwards. Oh, you hate to see any tears in Banana Land. Wow, how about that baby just reaching out? It's gotta be terrifying in front of over 46,000 fans. Everyone's screaming, hoping for you to do something, but what are you supposed to do? No one was clear about the guidelines. All the babies just staying put. Everyone hanging out on the grass. Nobody doing much of anything in the world's slowest race. 10 babies just lounging around, and if anything, moving the wrong way. Oh no! We've got another baby on the dirt. We've got babies meeting each other for the first time.
Let's hope we don't get a rhubarb between these two.
And here we go on the far side. There is some movement. There she goes. One hand in front of the other. So close, yet so far away. All she has to do is take a couple more crawls and reach out to touch the finish line. Oh, she is so close, and there's a scooter. There's a scooter coming up behind her. It's tight at the end. Both babies are crying. Who's gonna win? There's a victory. Oh my goodness gracious. Strike toll, what just happened?
Child glory.
Say hi.
What a moment, what an opportunity. Speechless.
A baby, a few words. Is a quiet champion right there.
What do you think the car rides home look like for all of the babies who compete in these races? Like, what do mom and dad say to you about, you know, the performance? It's like when you used to drive home with your dad after a baseball game, you guys would talk through it and everything.
Right. It definitely depends on the parent, as our producer Chad Reese nearly falls off of his little stand behind us. That ball high and deep to left. TJ Reeves. A flight of passage. His first career banana ball home run comes in Yankee Stadium.
Reeves staying hot after 4 hits in his last start for the boys in black and pink. It's TJ leaving the yard for the first time in 2026. A big blast for the Animals rookie who's with Drake Toll.
TJ, the rookie in Yankee Stadium. How do you draw that up?
I don't know. I mean, I just saw a good pitch, put a good swing on it. It went.
It's that easy. Did you hear that? It's that easy.
It was only a matter of time for the pride of Birmingham, Alabama. Talked about TJ's story before, but moonlighted as a party animal in September of 2023 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Had a great series, got his first career banana ball hit off stilts, got a knock in the 9th off Danny Hosley. 2024 Frontier League Rookie of the Year with the Florence Yalls as Jason Swan bounces into a double trick play. Cox to Ziegler, the Keystone State connection once again, as the Bananas have a 5-trick play lead trying to fend off the Equalizer Point.
Yeah, 7-2 right now. 5 trick play advantage. Looks pretty nice for the Savannah Bananas. But again, they've got to continue to try and slow down these Animals bats, continuing to put up runs against the Nanners pitching staff. And now Mike Vivacis grew up a Yankees fan, gets himself a pinch hit opportunity here today and hacks at the first pitch. This one is going to land in foul territory, out of play, so Vava will get another life.
Good evasive maneuvers by Noah Katz down the right field line. Able to dodge the banana ball and to make the foul call in one fell swoop. First plate appearance of World Tour number 6 for Mike Vivacis. An original 2021 One City World Tour party animal. And the heartbeat of the franchise. The man who sets the standard with his best friend Sean Fluke recording. Vava spoiling the 2-strike offering. And of course the battles with Cowboy Kyle are historic. Go back to Vava's home run in Cooperstown in 2023, but this time Luigs wins the round. Freezes Vivacis with the fastball.
Coming to pitch from the U.S. Women's National Baseball Team and the #1 draft pick in the Women's Professional Baseball League, Kelsey Whitmore!
The fans fired up, rightfully so, to see Kelsey Whitmore, one of the most talented women in the history of baseball, here in her 2nd World Tour, and she has been perfect here in 2026. 7 batters faced, 7 retired, and she has punched out 3 of them.
Yeah, it's come on 3 strikeouts, a ground out, and 3 flyouts from Kelsey Whitmore. And this entire time, an opponent still hasn't struck a ball hard against her. It's been either strikeout or soft contact for Whitmore, who has proven why she was that #1 overall pick in the Women's Professional Baseball League draft.
The resume is ridiculous. It's been on the Women's National Baseball Team since 2014. And has been in professional baseball since 2016. That ball hit well by Andy Cosgrove, but a leaping catch. Robert Anthony Cruz takes a knock away from Cosgrove. Kelsey, 8 batters faced, 8 retired this year.
There's the first one, struck well, nonetheless. Rack a tremendous play. Animals still up a run in the 5th.
Welcome back to Banana Ball, live from Yankee Stadium. Over 46,000 fans on hand, and I'd wager a couple hundred pigeons as well. Our dear friends here in the city so nice they named it twice. New York, New York. Wonderful creatures, pigeons.
Makes me realize we got to get Mike Tyson to be our next special guest in a banana ball game. That's a guy who loves some pigeons.
It's Rack, Hosley, and Cox, bottom three in the order, as Jake Lialios is the first party animal out of the pen. And after one pitch, he's already dancing. Robert Anthony Cruz, high fly ball, foul. Had the big third inning tying home run on Friday night. 0-for-1 with the strikeout this afternoon. Squaring off against Lialios, the kid out of Tucson, Arizona. Here in his fourth tour. It's a high spin rate fastball. He'll throw a ton of them. 12-6 curve, changeup, and some cutters will be mixed in as well. And a swing and a miss. Nasty changeup. And more boogieing from Lialios and his battery mate, as he's looking to put another point on the board for the party animals. Good start to his afternoon.
He's long had great numbers against, or Jake Lialios has long had great numbers against the Savannah Bananas. Unfortunately, after a little bit of a shaky start here in 2026. 3 ball, 4 sprints allowed, a home run that he surrendered as well. But certainly a good start for Lialios, who's got to be feeling confident when he sees yellow uniforms.
Hosley banging that one off the third deck. Souvenir for that youngster. Legendary. Danny Do-It-All, a fly out to right his first time. Gives the fans another chance, and that's caught! Beautiful barehanded catch in the second deck to take care of Danny Hosley.
Second fan caught foul ball in this series for the folks in Yankee Stadium. Beautiful catch by that fella.
Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion, please welcome Russell Wilson.
What a full circle moment for Russell Wilson. Played for Jesse Cole's summer college baseball team in 2009, the Gastonia Grizzlies. And now he suits up as a Savannah Banana. And you take a look at the resume. Known for his prowess on the gridiron, but an unreal baseball player, certified by that 4th-round draft pick from the Rockies back in 2010. That was only 3 rounds after Jake Skoll was selected in that draft.
Yeah, pretty star-studded draft when you really think about it, especially in this banana ball context. And how about Russ hacking early against Lialios?
Broken bat. Jason Swan fields it between the legs, flip to Lialios. Nearly a collision with Russell Wilson at first. A trick play for Swan. And what a cool moment. Banana ball debut for Russ. And Mr. Unlimited bounces out to first. Another look at the broken bat. Trick play for Swan. Look out, Jake. That's a big boy barreling in. Let's get it down to SB.
For a second.
Yes.
Hey, Biko, Josh, hey, still getting high fives in here. Russ had to feel stepping up to the plate. The bat maybe did you no help there, but liked it out still.
It was fun, man. Just being Yankee Stadium, Savannah Bananas. I've known Jesse since I was 19 years old. He calls me, he's like, hey, you got to get in the bat in Yankee Stadium. I was like, heck yeah, let's go.
Now, we've seen you in the MLB draft, NFL draft. Any chance we catch you in the banana ball draft maybe in the future?
Who knows, man. This is just, the fan experience is amazing. It's the best, and Jesse's done a great job.
Well, Russ, we appreciate it. I know you like the high five fans, so you probably get back to that. Well, big coach Josh, Russell Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate Russ sharing his thoughts with us here in the broadcast world. As the Party Animals are up 3-0. And Jacob Bazzala, the new man on the mound, as we head to the 6th inning. Take a look at Jacob as a kid, showing off the dance moves. We've seen him on display in Banana Land. It is so cool to see the history of Bazzala's dance abilities. Ballet action.
That's when they called Big Red Little Red. And he was dancing from ages 4 to 12 before he decided to take up playing baseball full-time. Very cool to see Bazzala now really impressing as a banana ball rookie. Not only do all of his teammates rave about his abilities on the mound, they rave about the dance moves as well. And Bazzala, an earned run average at 3 on the dot, has a 5-to-1 strikeout to ball four sprint ratio this season. And he's also averaging less than a base runner per inning pitched, which just speaks to how effective he's been keeping guys off the bases.
Does it with a fastball, high 80s, low 90s. Slider, curveball, splitter, and once in a while, he'll break out a knuckleball, just to keep you honest. All 3 runs he has allowed this year of the earned variety were on one swing by Taj Porter 2 weekends ago in Chapel Hill. Football stadium 3-run shot. Outside of that, Bazzala has been unbelievable. As Tanner Thomas hacking at the first pitch, as Cruz and KJ converging, and it ends up in the seats. No catch from the fans. Tanner Thomas, Bronson Ballholm, Bryson Bloomer, 8, 9, and 10 in the lineup here in the away half of the 6th, with the Party Animals up 3 points. Coming off back-to-back inning wins. All the way to the backstop, Tanner taking off for first. Bill, no play. Tanner Thomas, his first steal of first base this year. This is a guy who's tied for the single season record with 6.
And still Banana Ball's all-time leader in steals of first. So he recognizes those situations better than anyone else in this sport's history. No surprise that Thomas immediately off and running when he saw Leroy not able to haul that in.
And what a way for Tanner Thomas to get his first steal overall this year, as that's an errant throw on the pickoff attempt from Bazzala. We'll get Tanner up to second. What the heck happened over there?
Did somebody toss that ball back to Ziggy?
This ball was interfered with. And you could see Tanner's like, what the heck is happening? Somebody in the camera well, I believe. I mean, that just cannot happen. And Tanner only would have gotten an extra 90 feet either way. As this one, a worm burner to Olsen, fielded and flipped between the legs to take care of Bronny. But Tanner over to third base with just 1 out now, as Olsen has the trick play lead back up to 5 for the Nanners.
That's become the Jackson Olsen staple. Fielding between the legs, throwing it through your legs as well. He just makes that look so clean and easy. And now he and his Bananas teammates shift the infield in as this one is lined right over the head or the glove of Ryan Cox, and pinch hitter Mark Smith, who is moved out of that designated runner spot, comes away with the base knock, and an extremely, and I mean extremely, special one at that.
Yeah, Mark Smith, even though he grew up a diehard Red Sox fan, his grandfather's mom's dad was a diehard Yankees fan. Grandpa Bob Parenti passed away in December. Such a big Yankees fan, he had a pinstriped Harley Davidson. And one of the most special people, most important people in Mark's life, said he's felt him with him this entire weekend. Certainly with him for the hit right there. And the RBI to boot.
Not just any hit. I mean, that is the first career banana ball hit for Mark Smith. And the same goes for his first RBI.
A strikeout of Reese Hampton on the splitter from Bazela.
And just one extra note that I noticed. Once Smith got to first base, I mean, he nearly collapsed in Thomas Semino's arms. Party Animals first base coach clearly knew how special that knock was for Mark Smith as the fans try and track down that banana ball and nearly come away with the snag. Instead, it keeps Acuff alive against Bazela.
No balls and 2 strikes on Acuff. As the splitter misses below the knees. Chase 2 for 3 hits in each of his last 2 trips to the plate. And a good fight on another splitter from Bazela. Wafted out to right center. Alexiadis in cruise control. Takes care of it to put a close to the top half of the 6th inning. But the Animals a run for a 3rd straight frame, trying to make it a point for a 3rd straight inning as well.
Representing the Party Animals and the Bananas respectively. We're going to assign them a popular song, and we're going to put it in a different genre and see who does it the best. A little music roulette. Janan, you are going to go first. Let's go ahead and see what you have. You're going to be singing Ain't No Sunshine as an opera tune. Good luck, Janan.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, and if she's gone.
Wow. Great job, Janan. Derek, that's a tough act to follow today, my man, but we're in New York. Let's see what you got. You're going to be singing Dancing Through Life as a country tune.
Heck of a battle on our hands this Sunday afternoon from Yankee Stadium. So far, the Party Animals in control. Winners of the 1st, 4th, and 5th innings. Trying to stop a 6-game skid, while the Bananas, who had a comeback win Friday night here in the Bronx, are trying to make it 8 straight victories and 4 straight series sweeps against 4 different opponents here in the Banana Ball Championship League. Brady Keiss with 1 run to work with here in the 6th inning, trying to earn the 4th point of the game for the Animals.
Yeah, this is just his 3rd time getting the ball this season. He's been dealing with some shoulder issues that have kept him from taking the field earlier. And Keiss's first outing threw a clean inning, got 3 groundouts on 14 pitches, and the inning finished in 2.5 minutes. 2nd time out, little bit of a struggle with control for Keiss. 3 ball 4 sprints on 19 pitches and a 4-minute and 39-second frame. So Keiss hoping for more of what he saw in his season debut. And when healthy, you can bank on this guy working incredibly quick, as he has 6 sub-2-minute innings in his Banana Ball career.
First pitch down and in to Ty Jackson, his first plate appearance of the afternoon. Coming in for DR Meadows at the top of this Bananas order. And he swings through the changeup, part of a 3-pitch mix from Kais. Jam shot, a cuff between the legs. Smooth as silk to take care of the speedy tie 2 fly.
The A-cuff, very smooth, and you see those trick plays missed earlier in the ball game. Certainly behind him at shortstop as Kais clips the top of the zone for strike 1 against Alexiadis.
Bounding ball, foul, just barely. Eric Goldstein right on top of it. As we get some acrobatics from Seth Markham anyway, first base umpire. See Goldstein. Says that one just barely foul, as Mike Ballard has moved from second base over to third. Dustin Baber off the bench into second base. And that one all the way to the backstop. Reese Alexiadis is going to steal first base. He's the only player in the entire Banana Ball Championship League with multiple steals of first. That is his 4th of the year.
He's just doing it with reckless abandon. I mean, every time this guy sees a wild pitch, a pass ball, he's taking off, and he's clearly got the speed to do it at a very high and successful rate, as he's on for MJG, hacking at the first pitch and fouling it out of play.
That one just a tad high, evens up the count. At a ball and a strike on young Goldberg, a sac fly his first time, then struck out in the third. There goes Alexiadis, and it's a foul ball. Super Reese, 5 for 6 on the year in his stolen base tries, but as we've talked about, 4 of those steals have been of first. It's only swiped second once. And the one time he was caught was trying to steal third base all the way back on February 28th, first game of the year for the Bananas. Taj Porter nabbed him in Tallahassee. On a hop, Swan to second, just in time. Acuff return for the 3-6-3 twin killing. And the Party Animals win their 3rd straight inning. They lead 4-0 through 6 frames.
And it's a commanding 4-0 lead at that, and a much-needed quick inning for the boys in black and pink. How about 2 minutes and 53 seconds for Brady Kais?
He gets his 2nd point earned here in his 3rd tour. 2024 visitor. As we honor all the service members, first responders, teachers, all the heroes we have on hand here in Yankee Stadium. Always a booming cheer for the teachers out there. It's a full capacity crowd. Over 46,000 fans have converged here in the Big Apple on Yankee Stadium. So far, Party Animals' dominance this afternoon. A 4-0 lead with 3 innings to play. And Jake Skoll doesn't offer up at the fastball. Check down to Eric Goldstein. He never even responded to Trey Hudson. I think it was pretty clear that Skoll was able to hold up, as the count is now even at 1-1. RBI double his first time. Since then, a fly out and a strikeout and a sword on the splitter right there as Bazela jumps ahead. Swing and a miss. That splitter is downright disgusting, as Jake has his 2nd K of the day.
And quick work from Jacob Bazela Certainly helps to keep the guy off after a steal of first. Started his 6th inning, 4 pitches, and Skull sent back to the bench.
TJ Reeves, solo home run his last time. It was the difference in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon, hit by a pitch and a strikeout. And TJ, 4 straight bad ones. Reaches base for a 3rd time in this ball game. And only the 3rd ball 4 sprint from Bazela this year in over 10 innings of work. Now Jason Swan ahead 1-0 as it's 5 straight balls fired by Bazela. Make it 6 bad ones in a row as Reeves is back ahead of the throw from Leroy. Big league pop, left side. Cox battling the sun, will tip it. And right there with the bare hand snag. So Ryan Cox gets the trick play. It scored 6-7 in your scorebook at home. And we'll send it down to Gilly.
Tallest pitcher, Dakota Stilts, Britain.
And once again this weekend, we get to see the tallest athlete in the world who makes sure to get a high five from his rookie teammate. Stilts, here in his 6th year as a Savannah Banana. A legendary moment Friday night, led off the 6th inning with a line drive single off Dalton Potts, his first knock of the year. And when it comes to his work on the bump, 1 bad outing. Outside of that, he's been pretty darn good.
Yeah, you see only 1 hit allowed for Dakota Stilts, All-Britain. Now has as many hits at the plate as hits allowed as a pitcher, and trying to add on to what has already been a pretty memorable weekend and leave a guy on the bases as well while he's at it.
Mike Ballard ducks under what Stilts calls the tall ball, part of a 3-pitch mix. The tall ball is the big bender he throws from that 10-foot, 11-inch vantage point. And pours that one in to make it a 2-1 count. Ballard a sprint and a single so far today. And a chance for the fans. Not caught in the lower level.
Did you see my first step on that was good? I was ready. Move forward. Not first step back, not first step forward.
The first step is so important. Tracking a ball. The 2-2. Nearly gets a piece of Ballard. Twists out of the way. So a payoff coming. Reeves takes off from first. Another chance for the fans. Not caught. Oh, man. Butterfingers in the second deck.
Has the mittens on. That does not make things any easier. They definitely make that banana ball a little more slick as Stilts' payoff will miss and get away from Bill Leroy. So Ballard looks like he is guaranteed 2 bases on the ball for sprint, and TJ Reeves will get the wave from Mike Vivacis and score for the Party Animals. 4 straight innings for the Animals in which they have tallied a run against the Savannah Bananas.
And the terrific rookie campaign continues. That is a 12 runs driven in on the year now for Mike Ballard. A 1-1 count on Andy Cosgrove. It was a pair of sprints this inning that produced this run. Reeves reached on a sprint against Bazela. This one sprayed into right, past the dive of Ty Jackson all the way to the wall. Ballard will score easily Cosgrove putting it into hyperdrive. He is gonna cruise into third with an RBI stand-up triple. The ball gets away from KJ, but a nice ricochet to prevent that from becoming a Little League home run. But now a 2 spot in the inning for the Party Animals, who are in full control of this ball game.
And Cosgrove can certainly breathe a sigh of relief at long last. We talked about it on Friday. It was a guy who had just 3 hits in his last 24 ABs. Finally gets this big triple for the Animals. Tallies another run batted in as well to extend his team lead, and hopefully a sign of good things to come for their catcher, who's DHing today.
Ooh, Jackie, tough hop, but he's able to stick with it, fielding it between the legs. As that puts a stop to the bleeding, but 2 runs across for the Party Animals, who have won 3 straight innings and have a golden opportunity to make it 4 straight frames with a point earned. And Ryan Rodriguez, the new man out of the pen for the Clowns, the kid out of Newhall, California. This would be the Party Animals. My brain for a second there was in Greenville, South Carolina. Clowns and Firefighters just had a great 3-game series. But Rod here in his 3rd World Tour, fan favorite, a locker room legend. And greeted rudely by Dan Oberst. An ambush on the 2nd pitch he throws. Danny Barrels a perfect 3 for 3 on the afternoon. Now 4 for 7 on the weekend as you get another look at that one. Bouncing off the diving attempt of Ballard as a line drive yanked foul. Bryce Grzafi was off for 2nd, pinch running for Oberst. For the 3rd time today, he has to scamper back to 1st. And now KJ, who singled his last time, quickly behind 0-2. That's the 12-6 curveball from Rodriguez. He's got a slider, cutter, 4-seam fastball as well. Oh-2. Laced right back up the chute, and back-to-back at bats with a single for KJ as Grzafi goes station to station. Things getting a little interesting here in the last of the 7th. The inning tying run is aboard. Still no outs as Bill Leroy struts up to the plate.
Yeah, and Rodriguez has had a particularly strong start to the year for the Party Animals. Just a 1.80 earned run average. Hasn't given up hardly any hits. And now the Bananas trying to run all over Bronson Ballhome, and it pays off. A double steal. Grzafi and KJ both move into scoring position.
That's massive. That's the inning tying run up to 2nd base. And the double play out of the question. Party Animals with a 2-run lead in the inning. They will trade an out for a run at this point. As Bill blasts this deep to right, and that will tie the inning. Grzafi and KJ both come home. A 2-run double from the captain. And Bill Leroy trying to spark some life for this Bananas offense as they finally fight back. First run scored since the 1st inning for the Nanners.
Yeah, the Bananas have hardly gotten any guys in scoring position this entire series. They only had 2 plate appearances, which resulted in guys getting to bat with men in scoring position. It turned out to be one of them a sac fly for the Bananas, and the other did not bring anybody in. So Bill Leroy finally able to come through at long last for this squad.
And now Jackson Olsen with a ball and a strike, laughing his way through that strike call. As that one just misses the back door from Sexy Mexi. Leroy, the inning-winning run on 2nd base. A 2-2 count on Jackie. A fly out and a strikeout so far today. Looking for his first knock of the weekend. And he will run the count full. Ball 4 will win the inning. Payoff. Just misses wide. Rodriguez thought he backdoored the bender. Trey Hudson disagrees. Olsen, his second walk-off of the year, his first since the Bananas opening game in Tallahassee. And the Nanners finally have a point. They trail 4-1 with 2 innings to play. Welcome back to Banana Ball live on the Roku Sports Channel. Matt Vasgersian, great to have you in the booth with us, my friend.
Happy to be here with you guys. This is awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Holy cow, I'm in. I'm in on all this.
Yes.
Every bit of it. It's so much fun.
What has been the biggest takeaway from you so far?
Is the fact that every single person in the stands is smiling and enjoying this, and it ranges from people that have probably never been to a baseball game before to people that probably are Yankee season ticket holders and come here 81 nights a year.
Yep, spot on. Spot on.
I also can't believe that nobody gets smoked with a foul ball with all the players on the field like that. As soon as I sat down, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure our athletic trainers would prefer they don't do it, but the fans are...
I'm positive about that, too.
Yeah, they're pretty enthusiastic about the guys outside the dugout. Brownie opens up the 8th inning with a ball 4 sprint.
It's unbelievable. The razzle-dazzle, like, I was not... I'm new to Banana Land, guys, so give me a little grace here, because I'm not totally familiar, or at least I wasn't before I got here.
Sure.
The ground ball stuff and the between the legs and the behind the back, oh my God, like there are guys in the big leagues that are jealous as heck that you can do this. And I'm sure I can name probably 24 guys right now that would love to be doing this the day they retired.
And Jackie Bradley Jr. is our first full-time Banana Ball player coming right out of the bigs. He is really laying the blueprint for just that.
I'm saying first of many, too. I think there are others. Like, you know, the Sean Casey thing, as unfortunate as it may have been.
Right.
That's the exception, not the rule.
Oh, boy.
I think he said the hamstring went straight to pulled pork, as this one pulled down the third baseline. Fair, Dustin Baber off the bench. His first swing of the afternoon is going to be a double, and wheeling around to score. Brunson ball home from first. RBI 2-bagger from Derek Ginger. The Party Animals offense this afternoon relentless.
You know, here's another takeaway I've got, is that this is not a clown show. Like, all these guys have skills. Like, you can tell these dudes all played at a high level of either amateur baseball. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that played in the minor leagues. Probably all of them played college ball. Like, you know, these guys all know what they're doing.
Yep, you got 12th round draft pick by the Tigers back in 2018, swinging it right now, Reese Hampton.
Okay.
Yeah, there's former minor league guys all over the place.
How are these guys? Do they love being at Yankee Stadium? Like, is that been a discussion?
It's pretty special.
There have been a million guys, it feels like, who all have ties in some relation to being Yankees fans or coming to Yankee Stadium as kids. This has been one of the most special weekends of the year we've had.
Really cool.
Hampton, the switch hitting center fielder, down swinging. Levesque gets him on the changeup. Tristan Levesque, banana ball rookie, 5th round draft pick, straight out of the University of Rhode Island, to throw it against former minor leaguers, which is another part of the beauty of banana ball.
For sure. That's a really cool narrative. I love it.
And Chase Acuff looping this one out to left. Rack can't make the diving catch. Good read by Baber. He's going to come in and score. Acuff takes his spot at second. And a 2 spot for the Animals now here in the 8th.
Are the Animals, are they the villains of the league? Because the guy with the Ric Flair coat down there is annoying me. I'm not sure if I should say that.
You're talking about Drake Toll. That's the voice of the Party Animals.
He's the guy?
Yeah.
I'm just, the coat, I'm having a hard time with the coat.
Although you could be, there's multiple bizarre coats. I guess you're actually probably talking about Mike Vivacis. That's their head coach.
I'm purely kidding about that, but it does stand out.
That's your pink coat you're talking about?
No,
here?
it's well, that one, that's okay. The Freddie Mercury estate sale. A couple of bucks in your pocket, I got it. It's the other, it's the 101 Dalmatians.
There it is. You took the word right out
of
my
the
mouth.
Cruella.
That's our
Cruella
guy.
DeVille, right.
That's our guy, Drake.
That one.
Yes. Drake Toll, you have the ire of Matt Vasgersian.
Not even. It's mad respect, because I just would never have the ability to pull that off.
I'd be drenched in sweat. It's my big problem. So you got a guy, Jake Skoll, just earned this ball for a sprint. He's going to drive in Chase Acuff from second. That's his 4th run driven in on the weekend. He's a 1st rounder. So this is a guy who was drafted 1st round back in 2010, 5 years in the Rangers organization, 2 years in the New York Yankees farm system. Now he gets to play in the Bronx.
How'd the guy from second score on a walk?
So when ball 4 is fired, all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. So if someone's in scoring position, they are going to score if you walk somebody.
Okay.
No chance to get them unless they trip and break their leg.
Next question. My son swears he saw Mr. T today.
He saw Mr. K.
Is that a Mr. T light?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Okay.
He's Banana Land's Mr. T. Just
not as scary as he looks, I promise.
Okay. Yeah, it's packed with potassium.
Okay, who's this dude hitting?
TJ Reeves is a banana ball rookie that actually played 1 weekend with the Party Animals in Milwaukee in 2023. Couple hits, just had his first banana ball home run this afternoon.
Saw that.
Good poke out to left. Would qualify as a rainmaker.
Yeah.
Touch the sky. And now the count is full. Now Tristan Levesque has had a fantastic start to his banana ball career. Not used to seeing this much traffic, as that one is just barely foul.
What city has been the most pleasant surprise in terms of the reception to the Bananas?
What a question. I think Seattle last year. As this one on a hot KJ between the legs. So there's good. 1 and 2 behind the back. Alex Ziegler around the horn for the Twin, killing with the pair of trick plays.
The Bananas have 12 of them today, Matt.
That is
unbelievable.
Hot. It's too hot for TV.
That's why we sometimes keep it on YouTube. We've also got it on the Roku Sports channel this afternoon. We bounce around. But it's a 3 spot for the Animals. They lead the game 4 points to 1. They lead the inning 3 runs to nothing. So if they could keep the Bananas to 2 runs or less in the bottom half, they will lead 5-1 in the all-important points department going into the 9th.
How do the trick plays translate into points?
The away team, if they have more trick plays than the home team going into the final inning, they get a point. But the home team cannot get a point via trick plays. They're just trying to deny the equalizer point from the away team. And so, did our 2-hour timer run out?
It did. So our 2-hour time limit expired. This also makes things incredibly interesting.
You guys get bounced after 2 hours?
Yes.
On Roku?
Well, no. We're good on Roku. The game
is played with a 2-hour time limit. So now that it is expired, the 3 runs that were scored in the 8th inning, they all translated to points for the Party Animals, giving them a 7-1 lead right now over the Bananas. And the Bananas in the bottom half of this inning, if they're able to score 6 runs, they all become points. They'll tie the Party Animals and will go to showdown tiebreakers.
This explanation, this is starting to sound like the poker game on the barracks in the movie Stripes. If we were in Germany, I'd have to make your bet.
Well, hold on to your butt here, Matt, because this is the first time a Savannah Bananas game has not gotten to the 9th inning since September 14th, 2023 in Syracuse, New York.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which you're a fan of.
It's part of my old haunts. That's on the back of the baseball card for me, sure.
Lived and worked in the Salt City?
Yes. Lived in Camillus. Called MacArthur Park home for one glorious AAA International League season.
It was MacArthur Park back then.
Chris Winkie was the starting first baseman for the Chiefs back then. And then he go back and win a Heisman Trophy.
So how about this? This is our final inning. Just like that. The Party Animals, with their 3 runs in the top half, all of them turned to points, and Dylan Porter greeted rudely by Robert Anthony Cruz.
Nice piece of hitting there.
Very nice. Rack, former Nationals minor leaguer, leadoff single, and we'll get it down to Jesse.
Now coming to bat, a 2-time All-Star and 4-time World Series champion for your New York Yankees. Please welcome Tino Martinez!
You gotta be kidding me. 16 years in the big, 7 of them spent here in the Bronx. 4-time World Series champion Tino Martinez. And we have Matt Vasgersian in the booth for
Let me tell you something, as a Padres fan, if there's justice, then there's a 3-1 pitch with the bases loaded that is, a 2-2 pitch with the bases loaded that is called properly and Tino strikes out. Because that grand slam should have never happened in '98, Game 1. Never. Mark Langston cut the plate in quarters, and somehow that was called a ball, and then Tino hit a slam on the next pitch, and the Pods got swept.
Right across the street in the old stadium.
I don't want to be a hater here. I love Tino. But there's this strikeout coming here for karma for Padres fans around the world.
He just stepped out of the box. He should have been called out on strikes right there. But some grace for the former big leaguer. And as you can see, the other beauty of Banana Ball, Dylan Porter's doing everything he can to strike out Tino Martinez here.
Oh, yeah, that's a big deal, right?
And he does. Gnarly 2-seam fastball as Tino Martinez goes down on strikes.
That was cleansing for me. That was a cleansing experience. 1998 never happened now.
And see, this is the perfect platform for you to be able to share these opinions, these feelings.
Yeah, I could finally say what I've been trying to say for a long time without any ramifications of, somebody pulling the microphone cord out of the wall.
I had no idea the cathartic experience we were blessing you with here.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Matty V's finally got closure. And Dylan Porter trying to close out a 7-1 victory. 2 outs away from it. Ryan Cox reached on a trick play, missed back in the 2nd.
I like the idea that there's no fixed result here, too, by the way. As a novice to the league, once again, people that watch know, but this is not the Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals every night. It's
not
real.
At all. Yes.
Dudes are trying to win.
Oh, yeah, there's a playoff spot on the line. 6 teams in the world of Banana Ball these days.
When does the postseason start?
October.
Oh, of course. Why would I even ask that?
First weekend.
Have you guys gotten Canseco to do this yet?
Not yet.
No, we have not.
He'd be great.
That would be a riot. Pistol squat.
That's those are questionable mechanics.
He learned that from Jack Flaherty.
I don't think Jack goes down that low, does he?
He trains with it.
Oh, okay.
It's a training maneuver, and Dylan Porter has brought it into the sport of banana ball.
Wow.
And a swing and a miss.
He's going to strike out the side here.
Porter one away from it. 2023 and 2024 party animal. He was a banana the year before. Took a year off, was in the Pioneer League with the Oakland Ballers last year. Back in black and pink. And trying to stop the Bananas' 7-game winning streak. Rack will take a free second base.
I'm thinking of guys that are playing Major League Baseball right now that would just be so great unlocked in this league. We're at Yankee Stadium. Jazz Chisholm. I mean, Jazz is one of the greatest showmen in the sport. Andrew Chafin, animated left-handed reliever. I mean, the list goes on and on of dudes that would just absolutely relish this environment.
I think we just asked Chafin to pitch in all of his T-shirts when he goes out there. I know he loves those real personality kind of T-shirts.
That's right. And he'd pick up all the guys in his 78 El Camino or whatever it was. Wow. I think it was actually a Thunderbird, no, a Firebird that he bought from a fan when he was playing for the Cubs on Instagram.
Good
Imagine
for him.
You buy your car from a fan on Instagram, and that's the ride you take to go to the big leagues as a Major League player every day.
About to stay locked on Facebook Marketplace.
Another pistol squat from Dylan Porter. And a swing and a miss. He strikes out the side, and the Party Animals dominate this Sunday matinee. 7-1 winners over the Savannah Bananas.
He threw a strikeout pitch with that. That's not easy. Way to go, dude. These guys are bummed.
Trick pitch strikeout for Dylan Porter, and a dominating 7-1 win today for the boys in black and pink. Finally able to put an end to a 6-game losing streak, and conversely, a 7-game winning streak for the Savannah Bananas.
How fun. Guys, thanks for having me up here. This is a blast. First of many, I hope, for me.
Heck yeah. Matt Vasgersian, thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure, Matt. Thank you.
We've got a lot to discuss on the post-game show, but for now, let them dance.
So much love, so much passion. You inspire us to put on a great show. The Party Animals put on a great show tonight, but also let's hear it for your Savannah Bananas as well. We're gonna finish with a tradition out here. I'll tell you, we love what we get to do. You make it special every single night. So the captain of the Bananas is gonna close us out here.
What's up, New York? I'm gonna be honest, it's really hard to get out here and talk when you get beat 7-1. We just lost a really hard game. So, as a human being, a lot of my emotions are not happy, not good, but there's a lot of things going on here tonight that is really cool. Really two things. We're a long way from home, all the way from Savannah, all the way up to New York, and you guys love us here. You guys bring energy and have. For the last 2 years, you guys have welcomed us here, and we have felt so loved. So thank you for your energy and sharing this ballpark with us. And two, there's a lot of joy in this building tonight. There's a lot of smiles, and that's what the world needs more of, is a lot of smiles. So regardless of who won tonight, I hope you guys have fun, and I hope you felt like you belonged here tonight, because you do, and we love you from the bottom of our hearts. So before we go home tonight, I want to break it down as one big banana ball family. So everybody put your hands up high. We're going to say fans first. On 3, loud and proud. 1, 2, 3. We love you, New York. Till next time.
Special stuff from the 9-year nanner, the king of Dublin, Georgia himself, Bill Leroy, and talking about how tough it is to put it into words after getting absolutely mollywopped. 7-1 by the Party Animals. TJ Reeves, congratulations, your first Showman of the Game award, and it's the solo home run that was the difference in the 5th inning. Reached 3 times, scored twice.
Well, there's a reason he was the first pick on day 2 for the Party Animals in round 6. They knew this guy was going to come in and hit, and that was certainly true again today in Yankee Stadium. Reeves with a no-doubt blast against Cowboy Kyle Lewis. Reached 2 other times in the ballgame on a hit-by-pitch and a ball-4 sprint. Scores 2 runs for the Animals in a huge offensive game, and a very worthy Showman of the Game award for the Animals rookie, who, if he keeps playing like this, will be in that starting lineup each and every night.
It's so hard to keep TJ Reeves out of the lineup. You got a guy who came in leading the team, hitting .450 on the year. He's reaching base every other time. We got to hear from the man himself. For that, we'll get it on down to Drake.
TJ, an incredible night for you in front of the biggest crowd you played in front of. Big game. How did you rise to the occasion?
Honestly, I just stayed true to my routine. Just stayed true to my teammates. My teammates had faith in me, and I had faith in God. So, I mean, that's the only things that I need to have success.
For you, the rest of this season, what can we expect building off this performance as a team to continue to win?
Honestly, we're just going to keep the ball rolling. Honestly, we've been playing good ball the last 3-4 games. Haven't went our way in the last couple of innings, but we're just going to keep this energy rolling, and hopefully we can keep the wins rolling as well.
TJ, go celebrate. Thank you. Mark Smith. Damn. The emotion after that hit for you. Why?
Many reasons. Obviously, Yankee Stadium is a super crucial part of our schedule. My personal first time being here, but it's very sentimental to my family for many reasons. And so to that, I praise God, I praise my family, and I thank my brothers behind me.
I want you to talk about that, your family and the opportunity to play in Yankee Stadium. Give me the background.
Mother's side of the family growing up, huge Yankee fans, especially my grandfather. My grandfather's probably the biggest Yankee fan that I knew in my entire life growing up. And so we would always have that banter, me being a Red Sox fan, him being a Yankees fan, going back and forth. It's what kept us connected. And due to his passing, this was a very emotional game for me, and I'm so glad that I get to have him over me and hopefully make him proud.
You got to first base. You fell into Thomas Semino's arms coaching first base. What did he say to you?
He said a lot, but he said he was really happy for me. I owe it to him. I owe it to the coaching staff. They treat me like just a regular ball player. I know my role is minuscule, but I feel important, and I feel a part of this team. And that's all to this coaching staff.
Mark, you are the heart of this franchise. Congratulations.
Thank you, Drake. Thank you so much.
Josh Biko, that right there is what Banana Ball is about. Back to you guys.
Could not agree more, Drake. And Mark Smith, as humble as they come, he could not be more wrong, saying his job here at Banana Land is minuscule. That guy plays a major role on the defending champion Party Animals. A big reason why they were able to win it all last year, both for his play on the field, and we've talked about it ad nauseum, but absolutely beloved by every human being he has ever met in his entire life. And that's just, it's got to be a fact. I know it is, as we welcome you back inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. 7-1 Party Animals victory, and really cool stuff from Mark Smith there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, the Party Animals clearly wanted him back as their designated runner for another season. His role is not small. I mean, you see him factor in on the bases. He's such a big part of them being such an entertaining team. He's big on the culture side of things in that locker room as well. An easy guy for them to rally around. And son of a gun, this team rallied offensively all day long, scoring in 6 of 8 innings against the Savannah Bananas, who have been the best pitching staff in the Banana Ball Championship League. It did not look like that today as the Animals cruised to this 7-1 victory. And again, they get that monkey off their back. They had lost each of their last 6 games, and now they are back in that win column, and that's got to feel so good for Mike Vivacis and the rest of his guys.
And we'll see how the Party Animals can parlay this into Las Vegas this coming weekend. One of the cities in this country that has become signature for Party Animals Banana Ball. Cannot wait to see what happens as they kick off this next week of Banana Ball on April 30th. It'll be a little Thursday night affair. Party Animals, Coconuts, 10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch on the Party Animals YouTube channel. The very next night, the Clowns and Firefighters will start their second straight weekend of duels up in Richmond, Virginia on the Firefighters YouTube channel. And then just one game between the Bananas and Tailgaters this coming weekend, but it is a massive one. In fact, it's going to be the biggest in Banana Ball history. Well over 100,000 fans will be on hand at Texas A&M for Nanners Tailgaters on the Tailgaters YouTube channel, because this is a Texas Tailgaters headlining game. Home game will be on ESPN2, the ESPN app, Disney Plus, and as always, Banana Ball free to watch on YouTube.
Yeah, how can you not be excited about this slate of games next weekend? Certainly going to be a real thrill to see all of these battles. And again, Bananas Tailgaters, the biggest crowd ever in Banana Ball's history. And I know without a doubt, it will also be the loudest. I am thrilled.
It's going to be a really fun one from College Station. Cannot wait to see the Nanners and Tailgaters do battle after the Tailgaters just swept the Bananas in the Open Final this past weekend. A massive shout out to our entire cast and crew across this odd weekend, Friday night and Sunday afternoon. It starts with the folks in the control room, the best in the business, and this broadcast directed by Chris Haynes. Everybody in the control room in Savannah, phenomenal job this weekend. Same goes for all of our crew here in the Big Apple. A big shout out to our producer, Chad Reese, our executive producer, Josh Richardson, our fellas down on the field, Drake Toll and Sam Bauman, and the best in the biz, the statistical savant of Banana Ball, Mr. Josh Talevsky. For our entire BTV crew, I am Biko Scala saying so long for now. Can't wait to see you on the Party Animals YouTube channel on Thursday night, and then on the Firefighters YouTube channel on Friday night. Another great weekend of Banana Ball ahead of us as the Nanners and Party Animals split this two-game set in Yankee Stadium. Until we see you in virtual Banana Land, we will see you later!
Why can't Beavis get a triple in Yankee Stadium?